To Cardinal O'Hara High School. It's the night for a Philadelphia Catholic League football game. It is a beautiful, cloudless fall evening, and my broadcast crew with me here today to bring you LaSalle versus Roman Catholic. Danny Rovey, LaSalle class of 2024, and Huck Palmer, the man, the myth, the legend, and a man who keeps the statistics for the Catholic League for basketball and football. Great to have you both. And Huck, welcome back to Bob Long Sports for the first time since March 2022.
And in March, it was a great experience, and I expect nothing less than that tonight. I'm really looking forward to doing this. Being out here, I'm my neighbor here in Springfield, and I'm hoping for a good game tonight.
Well, we're looking forward to having you as well. Danny, this LaSalle team, we've been following them lockstep throughout the year. There have been a lot of injuries. Again, we're going to see, at best, a third stringer starting at quarterback with injuries to Gavin Sidwar. Gavin Damon suffered a few weeks ago. Tim Smith going to continue to play quarterback. We're going to see guys like John McSorley, and they're going to throw some wrinkles at Roman Catholic offensively. What are your keys to this one here tonight?
Yeah, Bob, so, of course, first of all, very pleased to be with here, Huck and Bob. I think that one of the biggest things for this LaSalle team is the mentality and how you roll into this game. I spoke to a lot of players today in school, and they're treating this just like any other game, obviously coming with an extra sense of grit here. This Roman team is undefeated in PCL play, so LaSalle wants them, and they want it bad.
They sure do. And Huck, on Roman Catholic side, they want it really badly as well, because a win here tonight sets up a winner-take-all Red Division regular season title game, which is going to serve as the postseason title game as well, based upon how the classifications, you got to get into state playoffs. So the Red Division champion is based on the regular season title. They got a little bit of business to take care of here tonight on senior night to set up that matchup against the Hawks.
Yeah, and maybe something like that will help the Explorers if Roman decides to look ahead. Now, you think back to last year when Roman upset LaSalle in the regular season 27-20 in a terrific game, and LaSalle really laid it on them in the playoffs. I believe it was 45-0. So maybe they have that on their mind as well. This Roman team is very athletic. They're active. They're very good defensively, starting on their defensive ends with Jameel Lyons and Jason Patterson. They play in the other team's backfield. They're constantly back there. And they got a good running game and passing game led by the freshman Samaj Beals and Taisir Denmark, who is quite arguably the best player in his class in the state of Pennsylvania.
Yeah, he sure is. Jameel Lyons going to Penn State. What we learned very close to kickoff here today from Rick Breet is Jameel Lyons not going to suit up today, so that's disappointing for Roman Catholic. But what we might see, keep an eye on this one, maybe Taisir Denmark gets in the mix defensively. So just a little wrinkle they could throw in there. Samaj Beals, so good. They went out to, Roman Catholic went out to Ohio State for a preseason camp, and Ryan Day made a special note and mention to Rick Breet about just how talented this young quarterback is. What have you seen from Samaj Beals?
Well, he's thrown for 1,300 yards already, and I believe 11 touchdowns. He's well on his way to possibly a 2,000-yard season, which is really unheard of as a freshman quarterback, especially in a league like this. He gets rid of the ball quickly. He's got a plethora of receivers that he can throw to. Pretty good athlete. Not really going to run the ball too much just yet. I think maybe something further down in his career he'll be able to do. He's got a little bit of length to him. He sees the field well. And LaSalle, if LaSalle's going to have any success tonight, they're really going to have to put some pressure on him, shorten the game a little bit, control the clock, maintain the ball. If I was them, I would have watched that Wood tape from 2 weeks ago where Roman squeaked out a 12-7 win late. Wood and LaSalle, similar as we saw last week in a 6-3 game, really grinded out defensive affair. LaSalle's got to play that type of game tonight, and don't let them get off early, or it could be a long night.
Danny, when we talk about the Roman Catholic offense now, time to turn to that LaSalle defense, which gave up 0 points in regulation, as Huck insinuated last week against Archbishop Wood, looking to do the same tonight against Roman Catholic. From the halls of LaSalle, what are you hearing from this team? I mean, certainly the offense struggled a bit last week, but the defense was up to task.
Yeah, of course. The defense was hungry last week, and I think they're hungrier this week. Obviously, you got some big names in this team. Like you were saying, Maj Beals is a fantastic quarterback. You got guys like Taisir Denmark, like you said, arguably the best player in the city of Philadelphia, maybe the state of Pennsylvania. I think that these guys are going to come out with an extra sense of grit here today. Again, trying to keep that same game mentality, but just with a little chip on their shoulder, I think, for this star-studded offense here at Roman.
All right, so just a few minutes until we get kickoff underway. That's our thoughts here from the booth. Huck Palmer, Danny Rovey, Bob Long, Seamus Morgan back behind the camera, and Brendan Olimpo on statistics for us. Stay with us, folks, and we'll be back next with kickoff here on Bob Long Sports.
Dunphy Ford is Mayfair's neighborhood Ford store.
Nobody knows your neighborhood like Dunphy Ford.
Nearly 40 years.
Right here on Frankfort Avenue.
Generation after generation. Our neighbors continue to be our customers. We have access to the cars and trucks you want with financing you need.
Dunphy Ford is Northeast Philly's first choice for America's #1 brand. 7700 Frankfort Avenue in Mayfair. Online at www.dunphyford.com.
Come experience the Dunphy difference. You'll be glad you did.
My name is Patrick Donahue, a franchise consultant with FranChoice, the premier network of franchise consultants in America. FranChoice is a company that helps people find a franchise business that's the perfect fit for them. We work with the people who want to own a business but don't really know how to find one that's both a top-notch opportunity and a great match. We specialize in franchise opportunities with the following 3 characteristics: low investment, high margin, and rapid break-evens. The best thing about our service is that it's free to the public. We're paid by franchise companies for this service. The process is simple. First, we do an introduction. Then the candidate provides me with information. We have a consultation based on that information, and we build what's called the model. Once we have that model, we'll share that with 3 great opportunities that match your criteria. I will follow up with you through the entire process. Obviously, the best opportunities fit the criteria mentioned above, and the right way to find those opportunities is to spend some time with the people who work with the very best franchise companies looking to expand in your local area. I'm humbled by your consideration, and I look forward to speaking with you soon.
They said it couldn't be done, but somehow CCM was able to close this home in just 21 days. Carl, how'd you pull this off?
Oh, hard work, dedication, grinding.
Were you ever worried?
Well, you know, Chloe, they pinned us in deep in the second bedroom, inspection issues, but we regrouped. Knew there was still a lot in play.
Well, I'm sure the Franklins were pleasantly surprised.
We got a good organization here. A lot to look forward to.
Good luck with the next close. And there you have it. Cross Country Mortgage is dedicated to getting it done.
So, it's time for your business to renew your lease. Or perhaps you're right-sizing or relocating. This can be an exciting time, but it's also a major project to undertake. Hundreds of decisions to make, some of which may impact your business for the next decade. You know you need an expert on your side from start to finish. What if this expert had no conflicts of interest, no landlords to answer to, and a fiduciary responsibility to work solely in your best interest? Someone who knows the questions to ask, the levers to pull, the pitfalls to avoid. Enter the experts at Gola Corporate Real Estate. They've seen it all over the course of thousands of transactions in dozens of industries. Gola gets it. And what if those experts came with a team? Subject matter experts to manage everything that comes with this process. Space planning and design, relocation planning and budgeting, helping you manage your vendors, construction oversight, all with zero out-of-pocket cost to you. A turnkey experience that adds real value, value that flows right to your bottom line. Gola gets it. We've been partnering with clients like you for over 40 years, and we know what's important: solving problems, creating flexibility, protecting and stretching your dollars. Philadelphia-based with a national presence. Get to know Gola. Gola gets it.
At Meineke, we care about your family. So this winter, let Meineke keep your car on the road, saving time and money. Take advantage of Meineke's complete auto repair services, whether it's tires, brakes, exhaust, or tune-ups. At Meineke, we do it all. And all services are backed by Meineke's nationwide guarantee. Whatever car repairs you need, come to Meineke, because at your locally owned and operated Meineke, we do car care right.
Third down and 10, 8 seconds left. Paterzo fires wide open, touchdown. Ryan Sorge.
There he is.
He 2 stops.
Right through the line.
Abdul Carter. How about the day already? Pressure does come. Paterzo over the middle. He's got Sam Brown. Touchdown, LaSalle. And it is a sneak, and he walks into the end zone. Alan Paterzo, like Moses, parts the Red Sea. They do decide to throw it here. Paterzo has a lot of time, chucks it deep, has Sorge open. Touchdown, LaSalle. Wow. And this time they do get the handoff off to Brown. He's going to blow away. It's him and Keenan Nelson, and Sam Brown's winning the race. 30, 20, 10, 5, touchdown, Sam Brown. This is a live ball. Good catch there. And here he goes.
That's what I'm talking about.
Stevie Davis.
Go, Speedy, let's go. I was about to say, I love that they let Stevie Davis get that football, because look what he can do.
Well, here's your ball game. The quarterback, Davis, is back in. 4th and 9. Davis takes off. Davis goes down. And it is Matt Wills. LaSalle will receive the opening kickoff, dressed in white, Roman Catholic to deliver. That's Whittle. Toe to pigskin, and we're underway. Here's Jimmy Dolan up to the 29-yard line, and that's where LaSalle will start offensively, and Roman Catholic will begin defensively. Once again, to introduce our broadcast team, Bob Long, Danny Rovey from the class of 2024 at LaSalle, Huck Palmer, statistician for the Philadelphia Catholic League, Seamus Morgan on camera, and Brendan Olimpo is on statistics. So glad everybody's here with us here today.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, the time is being kept on the field by the game officials.
Well, Bob, it'll be interesting to see what kind of wrinkles LaSalle comes out with here, since they're down a few guys at the skill position.
Starting with it right now, John McSorley, the sophomore running back, is set to take the snaps at quarterback. We saw him delivering some passes in the pregame. Tim Smith would be the other throwing quarterback. Noel Henry may, again, if he's available, take snaps out of the Wildcat. Instead, he's going to get the first catch of the game. And forward progress got him for about 2 yards to the 32, and now a late flag comes in.
Yeah, well, the tackle there was made by Jaja Boyd, number 4. Fantastic wrapping tackle right there. Got back some negative yards on that, but let's see where the flag's at.
And again, maybe it's that throw down late there.
Thinking the same thing.
And the Explorers are going to need some of that tonight. And Roman has shown throughout the course of the season that they can run into some discipline problems with penalties and whatnot.
And you see the marking. Unnecessary roughness, 15 yards marked off. And McSorley now once again in the shotgun. He's got Sean McFadden to his right. McFadden, the hero last week against Archbishop Wood in a 6-3 overtime win. McFadden recovered a fumble, intercepted a ball in the final minute of the football game to give LaSalle the chance to win, and scored the overtime touchdown. This time he is wrapped up. That's a nice play. Number 71, Raheem Refile.
Refile and Samir Dean Thompson are fixtures in the opposing team's backfield throughout the season. They're really strong and thick up there, and they cause a lot of havoc.
Second down, there was a loss of 1. Now, as we talk about McFadden, he was, as a freshman, a running back, and then started playing more on the linebacker side. There was a guy by the name of Sam Brown, who was a sophomore, and taking a lot of snaps en route to what his senior year would be, Catholic League MVP, and a trip to Rutgers on a full scholarship. So then McFadden found his way onto the defense, became a star at the outside linebacker position, and now getting another opportunity with a depleted roster to take gives just like that, but that's right into the nose of that defense. Again, it's Refile with first contact.
Yeah, this Roman team has so far at least has done a fantastic job of pressuring the box here, eliminating all opportunities for these inside rushes from LaSalle.
They've been really good defensively all year. They lead the Catholic League in points allowed at only 9 a game, in yards allowed at 110 a game, rushing yards a game, number 1 also, 28 yards per game, and not too bad in the pass, only giving up 81 yards per game, and that's good for 4th in the Catholic League.
That was another loss of 1, 3rd down and 12. LaSalle needs the Roman Catholic 42.5. for a first down. And now McSorley blown dead.
Flag on the play.
Timeout called by the LaSalle Explorers.
Their first timeout.
And we don't have a time on the clock. So we know that it started at 12 minutes. LaSalle on their first offensive drive. 1 first down by way of an unnecessary roughness. And it's anybody's guess as to how much time is remaining in the first
I'm surprised by that, Bob, because I've been here for a lot of games and I've always seen the clock working. So I'm not sure if because it's Roman and LaSalle here tonight that the O'Hara clock guy decided to maybe stay home and watch the Phils. I'm not sure. But, that penalty, that 15 yards there, LaSalle may not overcome this 3rd and 12 here, but that 15 yards is big because they get a good punt off, and maybe you can pin Roman inside their 20 and make them drive the field.
This portion of today's game brought to you by the Station Tap House in Doylestown. It's right at the end of the train line, the old R5, now the Lansdale-Doylestown line. It's run by the Wade family, and while the weather is still nice, they have a tremendous outdoor patio, a covered bar, great opportunity to get out there with family and friends. Watch those fills, those aforementioned fills, as soon as this game is over, of course. But we appreciate Joe, Wade, the Station Tap House, and everybody involved for supporting high school athletics and LaSalle. 3rd down and 12. McSorley, they'll run a little bubble screen looking for John Koch, and he is going backwards. That's another loss of 2 yards. Roman Catholic swarms to the football.
Yeah, Koch right there, again, met with a lot of pressure. I think we may see that theme recurring here with its Roman Catholic defense.
For a loss on the play, brings up 4th down.
So now it's 4th down, and out comes Nick Remish. Remish has been the punter all year long for LaSalle.
He's done a good job for him, Bob.
Remish delivers a good one. It is on a line, caught at the 25, and looked like a face mask, but that was Denmark. It looked like number 5. You make your own decision at home. The referee was right in front of the play and didn't make the call. Maybe he got him by the chest plate right at the top of the shoulders instead. First down and 10. And now our first look at Samaj Beals. Normally wears number 10, today wearing number 13. The 10 jersey got left back at Roman Catholic, so he's borrowing his fellow quarterback teammate Steven Kabelnik's 13 jersey. And a direct snap there went right up the middle. So that was actually number 3, Jameer Robertson, the senior.
Robertson is their leading rusher in the year. He's got 711 yards, I believe 7 touchdowns. And good compliment him is Mal Howe, who's got about 500 yards rushing this year. Good 1-2 punch in the backfield for the K-Lights.
2nd down and 10. And this time it's a keep up the middle for Robertson. He has the first down. Gain of 13.
Robertson started his career out of Bishop McDevitt. He was actually brought in as a quarterback there, and he played a little bit of that last year. But has made the switch to running back and has had a great senior season so far.
And another quick snap and right up the gut. Robertson now crosses the 50. 2nd down and 3.
On the stop for the Explorers. 2nd down and 3 for the KLH.
So still no Beals yet, Danny. I suppose they say, hey, LaSalle, see if you can stop the rushing attack before we bring on Beals to throw the ball.
Of course, and one thing worth mentioning here tonight is that it is senior night here at Roman Catholic. Robertson is a quarterback, and he is also a senior, so he could very well be getting the start for that reason as well.
And it was the LaSalle senior, Daryl Dengoy, getting into the backfield and making a play. He has been a rock for this defense all year long. A great job to shed that block and make the play. On Mayo Howell, a former LaSallian himself, a senior who played his first year in Windmore. 3rd down and 4. Up the gut. First down and a lot more. Carson Wakefield is going to proceed him out of bounds, but not before a huge gain for Robertson.
And the K-Lights are running behind the mammoth Austin Ramsey. He goes about 6'7", over 300 pounds. He's headed to the University of Kentucky next year. Who known for their basketball prowess, but having a pretty good year football this year in the SEC.
At the Explorers' 33-yard line.
First down and 10 from the 32. And there's Beals for the first time. Mayo Howell taken down. Sean McFadden in there on the stop.
Fellas, if you'd allow me to interject for a quick second, as we do every game, little stat anecdote here, for lack of a better term, from our guy Brendan Limpo up in the press box. Robertson starting off the game phenomenally with 39 yards on 4 rushing attempts.
Second down and 11. Beals takes the shotgun snap, fakes the give, now throws over the middle. He was looking for Denmark, and he had him.
I think that was Richard Mosley on the post there, Bob. I think it was number 8. These KLH uniforms are not easy to see numbers here.
5 or 8, it is anybody's guess.
Yes, but do look for them to get Denmark involved soon. He's a wide receiver, but he should be touching the ball anywhere from 10 to 15 times a game, if not more. Phenomenal athlete, phenomenal skill kid.
First down markers at the 23 of LaSalle. It's third down and 10. And they'll give it right up the gut to Mayo Howell. And he got 1, maybe 2. Got a yard past that original line of scrimmage. It's fourth down and 9. And Huck, that's a play call when you know you're going for it on fourth down.
No doubt, 2-down territory right there. Thought they could maybe catch him through the middle there. But, this is what LaSalle needs, a 4th and 9. It's not something that's easy to convert. And if they can get off the field here, the KLites took a little bit of time off the clock, and that's exactly how they need this game to go.
32-yard line.
Exactly, and I think you're starting to see LaSalle start to pressure this inside box a little bit more, and hopefully that'll continue throughout this game. Roman is big on the inside rush so far.
Fourth down, and Dengoy called for the offside. Boy, that's interesting there. I didn't think there was contact. I think he barely got past the neutral zone and certainly got back.
Well, we don't have the best angle here, and it is a neutral zone infraction if, in fact, he did get to the neutral zone. I've seen at this level plays like that not get called probably 8 out of 10 times.
So now it's fourth down and less than 5. Maybe about 4th and 4. Totally changes the situation as Beals stands with time, fires to the end zone on the post. Touchdown, Mosley. That's a heck of a ball from Samaj Beals.
Yeah, that was beautifully thrown right down the middle there. LaSalle was in some kind of zone defense, and the corner or the safety back over here to the right was caught in between on who to go to.
So 1 drive and 1 touchdown for Roman Catholic. Christopher Whittle, the left-footed kicker, out to tack on the point after.
Yeah, that was a great ball by Beals, opening things up. Found senior Mosley here on senior night. Fantastic grab, fantastic throw.
This portion of today's game is brought to you by Next Play Basketball, run by Ryan Ansel and Matt Paul. It is a tremendous AAU basketball organization in the area. They run AAU teams from 4th grade up through 12th grade, boys and girls. Tryouts going on right now. And they can also help you with individual instruction to help you become better at basketball. That's to make your junior high team, to make your high school team, or to pursue your dreams at the college level. Visit Next Play Basketball on Facebook. It's a very robust Facebook page. They got a lot going on. And make sure you get in touch with Ryan Ansel and Matt Paul and make yourself better on the hardwood. So now Whittle will attempt the point after. And it is blocked. Daryl Dengoy once again gets through the line. This time blocks the extra point.
You never know when that's going to come back to be a factor. If you remember a couple weeks ago against Calvert Hall, Dengoy blocked, I believe, 2 kicks at a field goal and the extra point to the end, or vice versa. But it was he got my special teams player of the week that week due to the 2 block kicks. So he's a handful in the middle there.
He sure is. He arguably made one of the decisive plays of last week's game on the defensive side of the football, where he does most of his damage, certainly, stopping a 4th down and 1 when Wood was driving deep in LaSalle's territory. He's a guy who does it all, going to go play his football at James Madison next year. But 6-0 Roman Catholic. Rick Preet talked to us this week and said the goal is to win a state championship at the 5A level. A lot of good teams are going to be in their way on that journey. Of course, Archbishop Wood, they'll face them again, a tough, gritty 12-7 win over Archbishop Wood earlier this year. As this one is picked up right around the 20 and dropped at the 20 up to the 30. That's a heck of a job by LaSalle. Number 12, Ed Sutter. But again, it's so interesting, guys, when you talk about what is your goal, because you have red division play, you have district play, where you're not going to see all those same teams as you would in the red division, and then, of course, state play. So you have a chance for Roman Catholic to win a red division title against St. Joe's Prep next week if they can win this one here tonight. But then all of a sudden, Archbishop Wood, you play them again. That's a fellow foe. Imhotep is one of the most talented teams in the state, and that's when you bifurcate into classifications of PIAA play. There's just a lot going on at one time for high school football teams.
Yeah, of course. I mean, honestly, right now, at least, the red division, of course, and conference play is in full swing. And, I think taking one game at a time for all of these programs is what's going to eventually lead them to some greater success down the road.
Yeah, Roman at 6-1. This is their best start to a season since 2007, where they started 8-1. And in that year, they went on to win the Philadelphia Catholic League Red Division title. I remember it was up at Northeast High School on a windy day. They beat the Hawks, St. Joe's Prep, 10-9. I believe it may have went into overtime. They had a really good team that year. So it's been since 2007 since they had this type of success to start a season.
So a 5-yard penalty on first down pre-snap.
Yeah. I think Explorers are going to have to eliminate a lot of that because 1st and 15 is not ideal.
I agree. Playing a team like Roman, you really can't sacrifice the penalties here.
Gain of 1 in between the tackles, and McFadden never went down. He thought about taking off towards the end zone, but a nice job by Roman Catholic. And I think, Danny, until LaSalle can open things up, Roman Catholic is going to be more than happy to stack that box.
Yeah, of course. I think that watching a lot of the pregame drills, you saw McSorley in that quarterback position. He was airing it out, and the wide receivers of LaSalle were catching it. And I think that if you give McSorley some freedom, some confidence to be able to air the ball down, a deep PA route, maybe you could see a bit of mix in the playbook.
2nd down and 14. It's McFadden again. Slithers through, got back to about that original line of scrimmage.
And that just goes to show you how critical that penalty is because, you imagine if they run those 2 plays on a 1st and 10 situation,
Huck,
you're looking at 3rd and 5.
Bottom of your screen, sorry to interrupt. On comes Tyseer Denmark, has not played defense all year long. He's right at about that red line right now. He's going to line up, well, either as a linebacker, it looks like, or maybe on the outside as a corner.
Okay, well, just what they needed, another athlete on defense. They lead the Catholic League in forcing turnovers with 24 so far in the season. They're a plus 11, which is tops in the Catholic League. They have 12 different D-backs with interceptions. 9 with a total of 12 interceptions on the year.
3rd down, and they count it 11 yards off. Here comes Denmark on the blitz. Crossing pattern, deflected football. Incomplete. So close there, and anytime that ball is tipped or deflected, you just never know. Advantage defense at that point.
And on the carry, Brandon Mack almost dove and secured that ball. Would have been another interception for the KLites on the season.
4th down. And again, I do apologize for this, folks, but we do not know how much time is left in the first quarter. Puts his foot in the ground and is wrestled out of bounds by Sam Ross. A nice job by Denmark.
Nobody does that better than him. I saw him do it against Father Judge a few weeks ago. It was criminal how bad it was. He just left 2 defenders in his wake.
So I'll opine slightly. The reason we don't know how much time is left, we look over at the scoreboard, which actually still reads 0-0. So we're going to be really careful about our digital scoreboard here at 6-0. But yeah, 2 zeros on the clock. So you tell us.
Looks like we had a penalty on that play.
I guess something late.
Backed him up 10 yards from the 40, about 47 of LaSalle to the 43 of Roman Catholic. And again, looks like Robertson. Jameer Robertson, the senior do-it-all.
Looks like Denmark's in the backfield with him.
Mayo Howell accompanies as well. Now they'll throw the screen. Caught there. One blocker taking on 3 Explorers, and that's about how that goes.
Hampton powering through right there.
Number 17, Eddie Figueroa.
Eddie Figueroa made the catch. Gained about a half a yard.
And number 6, Sean McFadden on the tackle for the Explorers. No gain on the play.
And they do give it on the outside for Denmark. He lays a shoulder into an Explorer defensive back, Hampton, on his way out of bounds. One more look at this one. LaSalle strung it out pretty well. Again, running that jet sweep to the short side of the field on that near side hash. Not giving Denmark as much room to shuck and jive his way. Now it's 3rd down and about 6. And it's kept up the middle by Robertson. He's taken down short of midfield, 4 yards short of a first down. And now an interesting decision for Rick Preet late in the first quarter. They're going to move up to the line quickly and look to catch the Explorers off guard and prevent a substitution. 4th down and 4. Mayo Howell, LaSalle, they have him. And it's going to be a huge loss. So that's one way to change field position.
Number 9, Sam Ross.
Great series by the Explorers there. Give their offense the ball at the 40-yard line, going in, and with an opportunity maybe to make some hay here.
Again, setting that edge, forcing Mayo Howell right back to the center of the field. No shot.
Well, I think going for on 4th down there on your own side of the field is a little bit of a reflection of what maybe Roman thinks about LaSalle's offense right now, whether or not they can move the ball.
That's very true.
Well, I suppose, but really what that going for it ended up doing was gave LaSalle another 30 yards. So the offense doesn't have to be good. Now it just has to gain another 20, 30 yards.
Looks like we might have some clock action.
I guess so. Maybe not the time, but well.
We'll give them a moment to get caught up. Right now it says 6-0 with 15:30 left in the first quarter. So we know that is not correct yet, but we've got our best people on it.
Alrighty.
1:53.
Back in action.
Left in the first quarter. Now we know.
First and 10 for the Explorers at the Roman Catholic 41-yard line.
McSorley back in the shotgun, 4 receiver set with just 1 man in the backfield. 10 personnel for the Explorers as McSorley drops straight back and takes an enormous loss. He ran right into that sack.
Sack on the play.
That was Patterson in there first.
The play.
Yes, sir.
Over the play by number 7, Jason Patterson.
No, I beg your pardon. Thought I saw a flag. So Patterson, that's a big-time loss. Loss of 10. 2nd down and 20. And I think that's an experience from a guy who's not playing quarterback. He just keeps backing up, backing up. That's the time when those edge rushers come flying so far into the backfield. That's where you can step up and make something happen.
Roman's been doing that all year. Lions, though he's not playing tonight, and Patterson have combined for 35 TFLs and sacks this year.
McSorley got to midfield, and that is it. Gain of 1, 3rd down and 19.
Yeah, really nowhere to go there for McSorley.
15, Jordan Montgomery on the tackle for the KLA.
44 seconds and ticking here in the first quarter.
Looks like Denmark's back out there on defense. It looks like they bring them out there in passing situations when they take the linebacker, Mekhi Watson, off the field. Go to an extra D-back here.
And the last time he was on the field, Huck, they brought him off the edge on a blitz. Really playing positionally more of an outside linebacker than a corner. And now a whistle. 21.4 seconds left, and LaSalle will take a timeout. This portion of today's game brought to you by Jim McLaughlin and Carrie Guerin Boyle of the Carrie Guerin Boyle team at Berkshire Hathaway Home Services, Fox and Roach Realtors. They are our favorite realtors and LaSalle's favorite realtors. They helped my wife and me buy our dream home, got us from the start all the way to the finish line, from looking at listings to home tours, all the way to negotiating with the seller and making sure that we were protected in everything that we were doing. They can help you with that process as well, and if you're looking to sell your home, they can help you extract the best value in a difficult and a turbulent real estate market right now. We couldn't appreciate any more their support of us, their support of high school athletics, and as we always say, with all of these sponsors, if you like what we do, you like that we're putting this out there for free, then support the folks that are supporting high school athletes and athletics and make this possible. Now it's 3rd down and 19. McSorley in the shotgun. He'll drop straight back. He fires. Looking for Dolan. Nearly intercepted. Roman Catholic jumped the route. That's a heck of a defensive play.
Yeah, almost came down with that there. Just a little bit too much of a contest.
Number 25 on the play, Deshaun Hopkins. So now Remish will come out and punt it away.
Definitely a tough drive there for the Explorers. Not many places to go.
A line drive kick. They let it bounce. Takes a LaSalle hop and nestles in just outside the 10-yard line. So a really nice job by Nick Remish. And again, I know LaSalle didn't score there, but effectively maneuvering field position in their favor, Danny.
Yeah, of course. I mean, you know, you don't really think about how much a punter means to a program, and Remish has done really a fantastic job of giving the Explorers some great, field positioning on the defensive side of the ball this year.
And LaSalle wants, starting Roman starting at the 11 is a good thing. You have to drive the field,
yep.
And the longer you have to go, there's more opportunities to make a mistake. And to make a mistake early here, LaSalle could get the ball even closer to the goal line.
I agree. Long drive for the K-Lights on the horizon.
1st down and 10, 6 seconds left. Likely the last play of the first quarter. Beals back out there. They'll throw it on the go route. Incomplete, a little high. And they make me mince my words. So 2 seconds left. This should be the last play of the first quarter. But I like it there. I mean, run that receiver out wide. They had a safety shading the middle of the field. If you can have a little go route and you can just beat one corner, could be an 89-yard touchdown with the skill on the outside here from Roman Catholic.
Obviously beating the corner is pivotal, but I did like the coverage by Del Jackson there.
This is a give up the middle. LaSalle up to task. Gain of just 2. Looked like Howell on the carry, and that will end the first quarter. So we will switch sides here at Cardinal O'Hara High School. The K-Lights on their 3rd offensive drive of the day. It's 6-0. This portion of today's game is brought to you by E&M Insurance in North Wales. E&M Insurance is a wonderful property and casualty insurance agency run by Chris Marr from the class of 1989, former alumni board president and current board member. His sons went to school at LaSalle, graduated in 2018 and 2020. So they've been around the school, and they love everything that LaSalle has to offer. If you are looking for business insurance or personal insurance, bundling home and auto, visit them on the web at eandminsurance.com. That's eandminsurance.com, or visit them on Facebook. Chris and the rest of the family say thank you to LaSalle, and go Explorers. Thanks to them for their sponsorship, and please do give them a call.
Courtesy of Brennan Olimpo, guys. Despite Roman's last touchdown being a passing play, they have 71 total yards of rushing here. Back deep. It'll be interesting to see what they do here.
Yeah, it's 3rd down and 8 as well. And it might have been movement, and yes. Flag came out late, but because they blew that play dead, that is almost certainly going to be a false start, and it's going to go against Mosley. So a 5-yard penalty brings them back inside the 10-yard line. They'll need the 21, maybe just past the 21-yard hash for a first down.
3rd and 13 from the shadows of their own end zone. This is the types of positions LaSalle wants to see them in. They just need to get a play here, maybe force a punt, get good field position.
Keep an eye on Mosley, though. The single high safety is way over on the other side of the field with the trips, ball in the near hash. And again, Mosley, that one-on-one receiver, he's looking that way the whole way. It was great coverage and allows Daryl Dengoy to wrap him up at the 3.
Yeah, Dengoy right there. Some phenomenal pressure, just showing what he can do there on the defensive side of the ball. That'll be a great defensive stand for LaSalle.
Yeah, Danny. Once he gets his paws on you, you're not going too far.
That's right.
That's his 6th sack on the season, too.
And you saw on that instant replay the eyes of Beals the entire time was on that near side of the field, never left that progression. And because Del Jackson did such a great job in coverage, it allowed Dengoy to make the sack.
And you got to remember, Beals is only a freshman, so he doesn't have a wealth of experience. And against Wood a couple weeks ago, he had some freshman-type moments. He's had a phenomenal year, and he's going to be a really good player moving forward. But, in an individual game, against a good, well-coached team like LaSalle, he can find himself in some trouble when his team's committing penalties like that and putting them back.
A bouncing kick takes a Roman Catholic hop. That's off the foot of number 7, Jason Patterson.
Yeah, my calculations there, Bob. That was 20 yards of field position off the first hit off the turf. Landed at the 31. We're back at the 49.
We talked about that a lot last week, and I don't know where you called your stats from last week, but both LaSalle and Archbishop Wood. Now, that's a really tough one to go get. That ball didn't get more than 4 or 5 feet off the ground. But both teams gave away a lot of field position by not being aggressive and going to get that football.
Yeah, you're exactly right. That was really tough. It was a low-line drive. It hits. You got to, it's a do-or-die thing. So you're better off being cautious there because you want to maintain possession. But people don't realize how important the punting game is at this level, and having someone back there when the punts are high to make a fair catch and things like that. LaSalle has been really good with that over the years.
Now LaSalle goes under center for the first time. An offset eye. And nearly a fumbled exchange. Number 23 for LaSalle, Gavin Muller, who's played fullback most of the year, took it out of the eye.
That was Jaleel Davis Shabazz there on the tackle from his corner position, or maybe he's an outside linebacker tonight.
Second down and 12. So a bit of a field position battle developing here. 6-0 Roman Catholic, 10 minutes and 19 seconds to play in the second quarter. Muller trying to get to the edge, has a lot of blocking if he can get there. That's a great job to pull him down. Tremendous defensive play by Roman Catholic's defensive end.
I'm not sure if that's number 15, Jordan Montgomery.
Looks like, it does look like that. That is Montgomery.
And the public address announcer concurs.
These numbers are really hard to read, guys.
Yeah, Montgomery leads. It was tied with Lyons coming in with the leading tacklers on Roman. They both had 44 coming in. He has 4 sacks. They move them all around on defense.
If you did not join us at the beginning of the telecast, we mentioned that Jameel Lyons, out of the football game, will not play here tonight. The hope is that he's available for next weekend's contest against St. Joe's Prep. Running out of time. Oh, that hit him right in the helmet. Dolan expected the ball to be picked off, and when it didn't, all of a sudden it snuck up on him.
Yeah, unfortunate play there.
Oh. Yeah, Shabazz Davis got his hands up there sort of late, and it probably more than likely shielded his vision there. It came in a little hot. The Explorers need another good punt here from Remish. He's been really reliable and consistent all year long. So,
one thing worth mentioning here is that, despite all that pressure, I do really commend McSorley for getting that pass off the way he did. Though, it did come out hot. That was a phenomenal job there under that much pressure.
It had to be hot. If it was any less hot, it was a pick six.
That's right.
So his punt goes out of bounds at the Roman Catholic 23-yard line. 9:04 to play here in this first half. Beal's back out there onto the field. He's got the long pink sleeves here. Breast Cancer Awareness Month. They'll throw a quick screen. Caught. Kelby Hampton shed his block pretty well. Makai Johnson had trouble bringing him down. That's a gain of 8.
Number 5, this is Denmark.
Denmark on the catch. 2nd down and 2.
And the Carolites will do that a lot just to get him some touches. They'll throw the ball right to him right at the line of scrimmage. And he can break one at any time.
Why not, right? Put him in space. St. Joe's Prep used to do the same thing with DeAndre Swift back in the day. Now that give is up the middle to Mayo Howell. He has more than enough for the first down. Give him 9.
First down. 91, Kieran Campbell.
And another look. Good seal there in that B gap. Up to the line again quickly. Mayo Howell made one miss and a second. Boy, for a 2-yard run, that is quite impressive there, making 2 miss in the open field.
Yeah, lots of pressure evasion there from Mayo Howell. That's something that we're going to continue to see throughout the game. Very elusive player. Uses his size to his advantage.
Again, here now is that replay. We caught the end of that other play for a second time, but great cut by Howell.
2nd down and 8 for the Carolites.
This Carolites offense is pretty diverse. I mentioned the defensive statistics and where they stand in the Catholic League earlier. They're number 2 in offense at 363 yards a game, and are really balanced between run and pass.
Mayo Howell, how does he find the room? What a run from the senior. And Roman Catholic's in business.
Man, textbook run there, taking advantage of what you got. Not a lot of space, but he made it work and got a fantastic gain out of that for Mayo Howell and the Roman Catholic Carolites.
He got out in the open there. I'm dating myself here. We get the little joystick action going on. It's going left and right.
Rob Stott, our former color commentator, would love that. He loved the Madden references, and we loved when he did it. I guess that probably predates Madden, doesn't it there, Hawk? But
you can apply it to Madden, eh?
One Mayo Howell on the carry.
Listen, I'm an old Mario Kart fan with the N64. That's my era. Now there's a Switch and a GameCube and all these other things. Dan, you probably know. I liked the pixelated things. When you play Mario Kart on a 60-inch television, each pixel is like the size of a softball.
Yeah, my sons are in all that stuff, but I leave that to the wife at home. She handles all that business.
Yeah, fair enough. And to be clear, that was certainly a while ago on our end. Now that is a great back shoulder football. Caught by Denmark inside the 10. Pretty good coverage by Kelby Hampton, but a well-thrown back shoulder ball is almost impossible to guard.
And the poise and the calmness of Denmark just to kind of turn around, wait for it to get there, secure the ball.
Now back up to the line quickly. Roman Catholic, they have sped things up to prevent LaSalle from substituting, get into their sets quickly. This is Howell. Great job by Kieran Campbell. He set the edge. Mayo Howell had nowhere to go that time.
21, Makai Johnson on the tackle.
Another look.
Along with 49, Michael Filippo.
And again, that's Campbell right there, who really made that play work. Fed Mayo Howell right back to the help in the center of the defense.
Great read there by Campbell. We saw a lot of that this year.
Timeout called by LaSalle. That may be their 3rd and final, if I remember correctly. 6:02 to play, 2nd quarter, and it is 6-0. This portion of today's game is brought to you by CJO Design and Construction, run by Chad Ormond. Chad Ormond is, boy, as far as I'm concerned, the best landscaper around. They were at our house a good portion of the last week doing an awesome job taking out trees, restoring some beds. remulching things, grading land, and doing a great job getting us set up for what we want for our front and backyard. We appreciate Chad, all the work that he does. He also does decks, he does hardscaping, he does pools, he does it all. Any project, big or small, you're going to want to call Chad Ormond. His guys, Kevin and Jeremy, do the best job in town, and could not recommend them with any more enthusiasm.
You know, guys, courtesy of Brendan Limpo here in the press box. One thing worth mentioning is that Denmark is on another mission to having one of these fantastic games. He already has 84 total yards rushing and receiving.
Great job by LaSalle defensively, stringing that one out. What a play. I think that was number 6, Sean McFadden, or perhaps that's Dolan, actually. I beg your pardon. Tough to tell out there here as well. Maybe it was Wakefield as well. There were a couple guys in there on the stop. Excellent job by that LaSalle defense.
Yeah, I've seen LaSalle run that type of play over the years, and it can be.
Roman Catholic call timeout.
Timeout called by Roman Catholic. 3rd down and goal from about the 9-yard line. So a big play here in this one. It could either be touchdown or field goal. 9-0 or 13-0 feels a lot different at this point in the football game. Huck, tell us what's going on in your world and where people can find your great work.
Well, you know, I'm doing all the stats for the Philadelphia Catholic League. I also do some stats for Malvern and Penn Charter and Springfield High School over here in Delco, where I live. Coaching youth football over here, too, SYC, Springfield Youth Club. You can find the stats over on easternpafootball.com. Dave Micah does a great job.
Dave Micah does do a great job.
Does a great job with that site, and he's got a little Huck's Hub over there, and I think you can find them on the Archdiocese site too. I think he links to that as well. So they're out there. Send them to the coaches every week. So hopefully the kids, the players are seeing them and whatnot.
10-yard line.
3rd and goal from just inside the 10. This is Robertson back. And he faked the give and kept it himself. 4th down and goal from the 5. A nice play by Mike Filippo, the middle linebacker and signal caller for LaSalle. Now decision time, and it looks like a lot of personnel is coming out there onto the field.
4th and goal for the KLA.
So it'll be Chris Whittle wearing number 40 and a left-footed kicker. Remember, his only time trying to put one through the uprights tonight was on a point after that was blocked by Daryl Dengoy. Clock ticks under 5 minutes to go in the second. This is from 23 yards away, near side hash. High snap, and Whittle has it, and he handed it off. They're going to throw this one for the end zone. Incomplete.
Oh, my goodness.
Wow. That was batted down by Matt Wills there. Got a good hand on it because there was a KLite receiver right behind him.
What a handoff right there from Whittle. That's an incredible play. And they gave it a shot. It's everything you could ask for when that play is botched. And a great job by Matt Wills deflecting it down.
Roman's not a team that tries a lot of field goals. I believe they were 0 for 1 coming in. You know, a lot's has to go right. It's something you got to practice a lot. I've seen LaSalle over the years been really good in the kicking game, St. Joe's Prep, teams like that. Roman has not really relied on the kicking game too much. You need a good snap, you need a good hold, you need the block, you need someone to put it through the upright.
So LaSalle's defense hangs on again. It is 6-0 with 4:37 to play in the second quarter. And again, the longer you let an undermanned team hang around, more likely something can happen. LaSalle had issues with that snap, but Sean McFadden did a good job to gain about 4 yards. He's to the 10, 2nd down and 6.
That's a solid run on 1st down to get them a little bit of breathing room and manageable 2nd and 6. This game is mirroring the Wood Roman game from a couple of weeks ago where I believe Roman led early 6-0. Wood got one home in the 3rd quarter or beginning of the 4th and actually took a lead before Roman hit him with, I think Robinson hit a 70-yard run up the middle.
Well, they are always one play away, aren't they, Huck?
No
I
doubt.
tell you what. Give in between the tackles, bouncing out, and it looked like a face mask. There come 1 and 2 flags. So that'll be a 15-yard penalty. And again, LaSalle just moving their way out of the shadow of their own goalpost.
Flag on the play.
Yeah, I was just about to say that, you don't want to be running laterally against this defense, but I think in that case it kind of benefited them because his lateral movement maybe led to that grabbing of the face mask, and now they're going to pick up at least 5, if not 15.
And again, that replay just to me, coming from up here in our vantage point, they confirmed the 15-yarder. That's a 15-yard face mask, what we just saw there.
More times than not they are at this level.
Yeah. And definitely, big there to give LaSalle some breathing room here. I would love to see them with, 3 minutes, 50 seconds left in this half to maybe extend the ball a little bit down the field. Maybe break away from that inside rush, outside rush game, and maybe look to see some, some screens or some quick passes just to at least, get the offense moving here.
Dan, I agree, and I think a win for LaSalle would be just to maintain the ball for the rest of the half, whether they score or not.
That's right.
3:30 and ticking here in the second quarter. And again, it's been John McSorley, the sophomore running back. He kept that one off the middle. That was the right read as the defensive end was about to get McFadden in the backfield. But good pressure through the middle by Roman Catholic as well.
That was Patterson again coming off the edge there. Interesting story with him. He started out at Monsignor Bonner up until his sophomore year. He was grooming him to be a quarterback. And then he headed on over to Roman last year. He didn't play much defense in the first half of the year. Saw some in the second half of the year. Did some good things. And this year he's been, he's been really good playing on the end there.
Second down and 10. They got back to that line of scrimmage. Clock ticking, under 2 minutes and 50 seconds to play in this second quarter. And with a stop here, Roman Catholic certainly may think of burning a timeout and looking to get a stop on third down, give themselves the ball. McSorley, that was dangerous. Intended for Noel Henry, and there were 4 Roman Catholic defenders in the area. You don't get away with too many of those, Hawk, against a defense like this.
No, you do not. There was 4 guys around them. It just goes to show you the inexperience of having your 3rd-string, 4th-string quarterback out there, or an athlete playing quarterback when you try to throw. It's not an easy thing to do, and especially against a really fast, athletic, big, strong defense like Romans.
Sorry, folks. Recognized just now that we had a 0-0 score up on our digital scoreboard. That kind of unjiggered and rejiggered, but we're back. 2:34 to go, second quarter. It's 6-0 Roman Catholic. McSorley, that's a good-looking pass. Tried to make one miss, but a great play in the secondary. Sutter made the catch, but it's 4th down.
A tough drive there again for the Explorers. Met with a lot of K-Lite pressure there on both sides of the ball, whether it be rushing or passing.
Interesting as well. So right at the end of that replay, you see that forward progress stopped inbounds. So the clock continues to run, and LaSalle would be well served to take this one all the way down. I'm not sure they did that, but that one's caught at the 45. Great job to come get it. And there he goes. One man to beat. Tyseer Denmark. Touchdown.
Number 5, Tyseer Denmark.
Looks to be about 55 yards on that, Bob.
Denmark just showing his skills on the ground. Turning on the afterburners there. Going straight to the house.
Bob, you mentioned it. Well, you mentioned it beforehand, letting the clock tick down there. I think they maybe could have waited a little longer to kick that. You have to really angle it like they did last time to the sidelines because your margin for error this game is really small. And, one of the best junior players in the States catching a line drive punt like that, they're tough to overcome.
Yeah, on that particular one, though, when you take it back, milking the clock wasn't going to prevent that one. But you're right, angling it towards the sideline. Now they'll go for 2. Beals. And incomplete. So it's 12-0 Roman Catholic in the second quarter, late in the second quarter, 1:49 to play.
This from Citizens Bank Park. Home run, Kyle Schwarber in the bottom of the 1st. 1-0, you're fighting Phil.
Want to tell our folks about a great event that's going on at LaSalle, and we were sent this by Jill D'Angelo. Hopefully this works. It is our first QR code that we've put on the screen here on Bob Lum Sports. But we got a great event on October 29th on campus in the Glazer Center. Barbecue and beers from 3 to 6 p.m. for homecoming weekend. The LaSalle football game is at Springfield at 6 p.m. Families and multiple generations of LaSallians will be welcome there, as there will be cornhole, moon bounces for all our future explorers, alumni games including lacrosse, basketball, and baseball opportunities prior to the barbecue. All the information and registration can be done on the LaSalle School website. Look under the Alumni tab and check out this nice graphic here. The LaSalle Basketball Alumni Weekend at 10 a.m., the blue versus white scrimmage. At 11:30 a.m., the blue versus white alumni game, and then the social at 1. Leading right up to that, barbecue and beer at 3. Pooch punt caught by Noel Henry. He'll look to get to the edge. And good starting field position for LaSalle with 1:42 to play in the second quarter. They'll start at 38.
Henry only returned for the LaSalle scorers.
Yeah, LaSalle right here, another chance to possibly get a good drive going. You got time on the clock here to put something together.
First and 10 for LaSalle scorers at their own 36-yard line.
So very quickly running off the field there is Sean McFadden, which the officials must have let them get away with that one because no one replaced him. Must have been 12 guys. McSorley, a nice gain of 5 out to the 41-yard line. 1:34 and ticking here in the second quarter.
McSorley on the carry for LaSalle.
Patterson with another tackle.
Leading tackler here tonight, certainly.
Definitely.
Gain of 5 on the play, second down at 5.
And LaSalle in no hurry. Certainly not the hurry-up offense. I think
41-yard line.
When you see what Tyseer Denmark can do on a punt, you want to prevent the need to punt before the end of this half. And again, no trickeration there. McSorley's catching it and going right up the gut. Didn't get anything that time. 3rd down and 5, 52 seconds and ticking.
Another active linebacker for Roman there was Brandon Mack, number 14. He's had a good year so far.
Presume LaSalle will keep this one on the ground. And I don't know. I would have to imagine, though we don't have it on the scoreboard, I would have to imagine that Roman Catholic has at least a timeout left. Would they not burn it to make LaSalle punt the football?
They did call at least, I believe, at least 2 of them early.
Yeah, so maybe they don't have anything left. Under 20 seconds now to go in the second quarter.
And if they do, they might be waiting for 4th down.
Right. The give is to Sutter. Sutter taken down, a gain of just 1. Down to 8 seconds, and there is that timeout. So the last timeout of Roman Catholic taken with 8.5 seconds left. And if you're LaSalle, you're punting this ball out of bounds.
Even if it goes backwards, get it out of bounds.
I mean, at this juncture, that's the only way they can really hurt you in the last 9 seconds of the half.
Yeah, they're in the near hash here, closest to us. I catch this ball and I just angle it towards Roman's sideline and make sure it gets into their sideline. LaSalle might run an offensive play here and just find something, maybe try to take 8.5 seconds off the clock. The only problem with that is if you don't get it, then you're looking, with 1 or 2 ticks left. Yeah, they're bringing a punter out.
That's 9 seconds is a long time.
Yeah, it is
against this defense. Rick Preet has done an excellent job with this program. There is no doubt about it. He has brought them from years of struggle in the Catholic League to a team that, with a win here tonight, is going to have one heck of a battle next week against St. Joe's Prep. LaSalle still trying to change that. That ball is punted out of bounds. There's a second left. There's probably an extra tick and a half that should have remained on the clock, but basically 1 play remains. And I would have to imagine that you kneel the football, but perhaps you take a shot.
Knowing the Carolites and watching them all year, I'd be surprised if they kneel on it. But I see Denmark moving back, so it looks like they are going to.
So they will be comfortable with this 12-0 lead headed to half. LaSalle's defense certainly buckled up on the second and ensuing offensive drives by Roman Catholic, but it's a late dagger. Tyseer Denmark, 55-yard punt return to the house, puts Roman Catholic up 2 scores. This portion of today's game, we're going to tell you about an evening with Gatsby, the LaSalle auction. Saturday, November 5th, 2022. You can get a number of wonderful items, including an autographed Buffalo Bills Josh Allen Nike home jersey, an officially signed jersey by one of the NFL's best young quarterbacks on one of the league's best teams. My edit, best quarterback, best team. Thanks so much. Great for display or gentle wear cheering on the Bills. Remember, that autograph is authentic. And an autographed Buffalo Bills head coach Sean McDermott, class of 1993, replica signed helmet. An inductee into the LaSalle Hall of Athletics in 2015, Sean McDermott has ascended through the NFL coaching ranks, and now his Buffalo Bills are one of the league's best. Again, the best. Perfect for display and celebrating LaSalle and the Bills. And Huck, you in particular, Dan, I know you've heard this, but you're going to love this one. There's another great auction item, and that is a night with Bob Long Sports producing an event of your choice. That could be bocce, that could be cornhole, that could be a CYO basketball game. So, again, there's a lot of great options. I see your eyes kind of.
I think there's going to be a lot of action on that, Bob.
I think so, too. I hope so, at least.
That's awesome.
Hopefully we can raise a lot of money for the school, most importantly, so that kids that need it can have financial aid and tuition assistance. We appreciate everybody's consideration. If you can make it out to the auction, please do. And keep an eye out for that Bob Long Sports item. All right, it is halftime. We will take a quick break, and we'll come back soon for the second half here on Bob Long Sports. Roman Catholic leads 12-0, and it's a late dagger by Tyseer Denmark that puts the Explorers in a spot where they're trying to climb from behind to score. Stay with us.
Dunphy Ford is Mayfair's neighborhood Ford store.
Nobody knows your neighborhood like Dunphy Ford.
Nearly 40 years.
Right here on Frankfort Avenue.
Generation after generation, our neighbors continue to be our customers. We have access to the cars and trucks you want with financing you need.
Dunphy Ford is Northeast Philly's first choice for America's #1 brand. 7700 Frankfort Avenue in Mayfair. Online at www.dunphyford.com.
Come experience the Dunphy difference. You'll be glad you did.
My name is Patrick Donahue, a franchise consultant with FranChoice, the premier network of franchise consultants in America. FranChoice is a company that helps people find a franchise business that's the perfect fit for them. We work with the people who want to own a business but don't really know how to find one that's both a top-notch opportunity and a great match. We specialize in franchise opportunities with the following 3 characteristics: low investment, high margin, and rapid break-evens. The best thing about our service is that it's free to the public. We're paid by franchise companies for this service. The process is simple. First, we do an introduction. Then the candidate provides me with information. We have a consultation based on that information, and we build what's called the model. Once we have that model, we'll share that with 3 great opportunities that match your criteria. I will follow the entire process. Obviously, the best opportunities fit the criteria mentioned above, and the right way to find those opportunities is to spend some time with the people who work with the very best franchise companies looking to expand in your local area. I'm humbled by your consideration, and I look forward to speaking with you soon.
They said it couldn't be done, but somehow CCM was able to close this home in just 21 days. Carl, how'd you pull this off?
Oh, hard work, dedication, grinding.
Were you ever worried?
Well, you know, Chloe, they pinned us in deep in the second bedroom, inspection issues, but we regrouped. Knew there was still a lot in play.
Well, I'm sure the Franklins were pleasantly surprised.
We got a good organization here. A lot to look forward to.
Good luck with the next close. And there you have it. Cross Country Mortgage is dedicated to getting it done.
So, it's time for your business to renew your lease. Or perhaps you're right-sizing or relocating. This can be an exciting time, but it's also a major project to undertake. Hundreds of decisions to make, some of which may impact your business for the next decade. You know you need an expert on your side from start to finish. What if this expert had no conflicts of interest, no landlords to answer to, and a fiduciary responsibility to work solely in your best interest? Someone who knows the questions to ask, the levers to pull, the pitfalls to avoid. Enter the experts at Gola Corporate Real Estate. They've seen it all over the course of thousands of transactions in dozens of industries. Gola gets it. And what if those experts came with a team? Subject matter experts to manage everything that comes with this process. Space planning and design, relocation planning and budgeting, helping you manage your vendors, construction oversight, all with zero out-of-pocket cost to you. A turnkey experience that adds real value, value that flows right to your bottom line. Gola gets it. We've been partnering with clients like you for over 40 years, and we know what's important: solving problems, creating flexibility, protecting and stretching your dollars. Philadelphia-based with a national presence. Get to know Gola. Gola gets it.
At Meineke, we care about your family. So this winter, let Meineke keep your car on the road, saving time and money. Take advantage of Meineke's complete auto repair services, whether it's tires, brakes, exhaust, or tune-ups. At Meineke, we do it all. And all services are backed by Meineke's nationwide guarantee. Whatever car repairs you need, come to Meineke, because at your locally owned and operated Meineke, we do car care right.
What does this win mean?
Been with the family for a long time. With our team chemistry, it was bound to happen.
Just close, baby!
Such a big win from Cross Country Mortgage, dedicated to getting it done.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome into the Nittany Lions Sports Report. Good evening, everybody. Welcome into the Nittany Lions Sports Report live on Bob Long Sports. Today we're going to talk about the offensive line and our man of the hour, the chef, the man himself.
This year, you're going to see all four guys run. They all bring a different style.
The quarterback is going to read the defensive end's eyes and make a determination. Am I going to keep this football or am I going to hand it off to the running back? And that is generally the point of the RPO. Look who we have. We have Chris Perangeli, our guest picker for the evening.
The coaches at LaSalle are great because they strive for you to be your best.
I was able to maximize my full potential in terms of opportunity in football, wrestling, and lacrosse.
They're going to be pushed to be the best they can be in the classroom, on the field, in the pool, and just overall as a person.
Student first, athlete second. Before you have success on the field, you have to have success in the classroom so you can be on the field.
One thing I think makes LaSalle Athletics stand out are the facilities that we have. One thing I think makes the athletic programs here so strong is definitely the coaching and the staff.
I think I've improved as a competitor here at LaSalle because I'm always being pushed by coaches and by my peers. Seeing my peers work hard makes me want to work harder as well.
No matter what your interests are, every single person here is going to make sure that you're able to fulfill your dreams and what you want to do.
What allows us to keep winning is just our really strong sense of tradition and pride. We know that 30 years before us they won the PCL, so we're going to go out there and we're going to do our best to succeed like the guys before us did.
What does your character look like? Does it bounce back after each setback? Does it stand out by standing up? Does it make good on good intentions? Character is invisible until it's not. Only through action will the world know what it's made of, what you're made of. Find out how you can strengthen the character of your community alongside empowered veterans and families of the fallen at travismanion.org.
I say that LaSalle fuels my passion because it
has such great programs with what I'm interested in.
LaSalle affords you the opportunity to get involved in as much as you possibly want to. There's tons of different clubs and activities with any different interest you could have.
No matter what you're doing, you'll be supported by your peers, and LaSalle will become a place that you love to go to and you will want to go to every day.
I think it was pretty easy to make friends. I feel like the most friends I made came through my extracurriculars.
What I love about LaSalle is you could make relationships with other people by getting out of your comfort zone. That's what LaSalle really teaches us, to be open and be open to meeting new people.
You're always going to gain something from clubs. Even if you find out that that club isn't for you, you're still going to pull something away from it, come out with new friends, have new connections.
Getting involved definitely helps you meet new people.
You want to come to LaSalle because you want to be able to explore. You want to be able to try a number of different opportunities we have to offer here.
You're going to really discover what it means to be not only a LaSalle gentleman, but also develop your own passions and have all these different opportunities to try things that you might not have had.
Dunphy Ford is Mayfair's neighborhood Ford store.
Nobody knows your neighborhood like Dunphy Ford.
Nearly 40 years.
Right here on Frankfurt Avenue.
Generation after generation. Our neighbors continue to be our customers. We have access to the cars and trucks you want with financing you need.
Dunphy Ford is Northeast Philly's first choice for America's #1 brand. 7700 Frankfurt Avenue in Mayfair. Online at www.dunphyford.com.
Come experience the Dunphy difference. You'll be glad you did.
My name is Patrick Donahue, a franchise consultant with FranChoice, the premier network of franchise consultants in America. FranChoice is a company that helps people find a franchise business that's the perfect fit for them. We work with the people who want to own a business but don't really know how to find one that's both a top-notch opportunity and a great match. We specialize in franchise opportunities with the following 3 characteristics: low investment, high margin, and rapid break-evens. The best thing about our service is that it's free to the public. We're paid by franchise companies for this service. The process is simple. First, we do an introduction. Then the candidate provides me with information. We have a consultation based on that information, and we build what's called the model. Once we have that model, we'll share that with 3 great opportunities that match your criteria. I will follow up with you through the entire process. Obviously, the best opportunities fit the criteria mentioned above, and the right way to find those opportunities is to spend some time with the people who work with the very best franchise companies looking to expand in your local area. I'm humbled by your consideration, and I look forward to speaking with you soon.
They said it couldn't be done, but somehow CCM was able to close this home in just 21 days. Carl, how'd you pull this off?
Oh, hard work, dedication, grinding.
Were you ever worried?
Well, you know, Chloe, they pinned us in deep in the second bedroom, inspection issues, but we regrouped. Knew there was still a lot in play.
Well, I'm sure the Franklins were pleasantly surprised.
We got a good organization here. A lot to look forward to.
Good luck with the next close. And there you have it. Cross Country Mortgage is dedicated to getting it done.
So, it's time for your business to renew your lease. Or perhaps you're right-sizing or relocating. This can be an exciting time, but it's also a major project to undertake. Hundreds of decisions to make, some of which may impact your business for the next decade. You know you need an expert on your side from start to finish. What if this expert had no conflicts of interest, no landlords to answer to, and a fiduciary responsibility to work solely in your best interest? Someone who knows the questions to ask, the levers to pull, the pitfalls to avoid. Enter the experts at Gola Corporate Real Estate. They've seen it all over the course of thousands of transactions in dozens of industries. Gola gets it. And what if those experts came with a team? Subject matter experts to manage everything that comes with this process. Space planning and design, relocation planning and budgeting, helping you manage your vendors, construction oversight, all with zero out-of-pocket cost to you. A turnkey experience that adds real value, value that flows right to your bottom line. Gola gets it. We've been partnering with clients like you for over 40 years, and we know what's important: solving problems, creating flexibility, protecting and stretching your dollars. Philadelphia-based with a national presence. Get to know Gola. Gola gets it.
At Meineke, we care about your family. So this winter, let Meineke keep your car on the road, saving time and money. Take advantage of Meineke's complete auto repair services. Whether it's tires, brakes, exhaust, or tune-ups, at Meineke, we do it all. And all services are backed by Meineke's nationwide guarantee. Whatever car repairs you need, come to Meineke, because at your locally owned and operated Meineke, we do car care right.
What does this win mean?
Been with the family for a long time. With our team chemistry, it was bound to happen.
Just close, baby!
Such a big win from Cross Country Mortgage. Dedicated to getting it done.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome into the Nittany Lions Sports Report. Good evening, everybody. Welcome into the Nittany Lions Sports Report live on Bob Long Sports. Today we're going to talk about the offensive line and our man of the hour, the chef, the man himself.
This year, you're going to see all four guys run. They all bring a different style.
The quarterback is going to read the defensive end's eyes and make a determination. Am I going to keep this football or am I going to hand it off to the running back? And that is generally the point of the RPO. Look who we have. We have Chris Perangeli, our guest picker for the evening.
The coaches at LaSalle are great because they strive for you to be your best.
I was able to maximize my full potential in terms of opportunity in football, wrestling, and lacrosse. They're going to be pushed to be the best they can be in the classroom, on the field, in the pool, and just overall as a person.
Student first, athlete second. Before you have success on the field, you have to have success in the class.
Welcome back, folks. Bob Long, Danny Rovey, Huck Palmer with Seamus Morgan on camera. Brendan Olimpo is on stats. So if you're looking down there, that is none other than AJ Green, an Instagram influencer. And Danny, you can tell us a little bit about AJ Green's work.
Yeah, of course. So for a lot of the youth watching here, I'm sure that you guys are familiar with AJ Green's work. He's a content creator. There's a lot of football content, football skits, football videos, and he travels around the country, touring a lot of high schools and seeing a lot of high school games. And, he's obviously gained a pretty massive following, over 830,000 YouTube subscribers, millions of TikTok fans and Instagram fans from all around the country. So really cool to see him here tonight. Obviously showing out for the Roman Catholic Kaelites, but still pretty cool to be in the presence of someone like that tonight.
Yeah, AJ Green, you see him there. He is standing right behind the gentleman in the red jumpsuit with the black hoodie and the black beanie. So AJ Green, again, I can't say that I was particularly familiar with his work, was familiar with the name, but that's pretty darn cool.
And Bob, I'm really thankful you didn't come to me for that introduction of AJ Green, because I would have started to be talking about the NFL wide receiver.
Sure. My understanding is AJ was a wide receiver himself. He had quite the high school football career, Danny.
That's right. Definitely a good game on the horizon for us here. The second half underway.
Well, it's a big game to be at. Yeah. I don't blame AJ Green. One of the best games in the area here this evening, and Roman Catholic has a 12-0 lead headed to the third quarter. Roman Catholic will receive the kick off the foot of Andrew Park, a liner. That's going to go over the head and into the end zone. Roman Catholic scored on the first drive of the day. A throw from Samaj Beals, the freshman quarterback, to Mosley in the end zone, a post pattern. And then LaSalle's defense really started to lock it down. Roman Catholic got the ball on a special teams opportunity late in the first half. A 55-yard punt return for a touchdown by none other than Tyseer Denmark, who just reduced his schools to his top 5. Penn State still in the mix, Ohio State still in the mix, which is always good to see. Of course, I'd love to see him in Happy Valley, but of course that's not me campaigning Tyseer, no way. But wish him the best. He's going to make a great decision wherever he decides to go, and he's going to be an incredibly successful young man and student athlete. Now they're trying to go route, one-on-one to the outside. Denmark, he was pulled out hard by Kelby Hampton. Looking for a flag, nothing comes.
Kelby Hampton, some aggressive defense, and that may be the game plan here for a lot of these LaSalle DBs on these Roman wide receivers. You know, how physical can you be, and you know, can you draw these guys off the ball?
Yeah, he's on an island over here too. You're going to watch maybe running that play again at some point, and maybe purposely underthrowing it so Denmark could just stop on a dime like he usually does, and have the D-back run by him, and then nothing but open field in front of him.
2nd down and 10. Beals again in the shotgun. The give is to Mayo Howell. Another great move. He gets to the 2nd level. All the way out past the 40-yard line to the 42. That's a gain of 22 yards and a 1st down.
The 6th, Sean McFadden on the stop for the LaSalle Explorers.
And he just continues to take would-be tacklers with him.
1st and 10 to the Kalites at their own 43-yard line.
Roman in that hurry up again. They had some success with this in the 2nd quarter.
Beals takes a shot, one-on-one. Denmark could not bring it in.
Beals pass is incomplete, intended for number 5, Tafsir Denmark. Defended on the play by the Explorers, number 2, Kelby Hampton.
Hey, Bob, I don't know if you remember some of the catches Denmark made last year. I think the game was played at Springfield Monco High School. I believe he had 7 catches for 198 last year, and quite a few of them were along the sideline, one-handed, and all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, there was one on a similar ball like that he brought in with one hand. Absolutely. You can still find some of those videos on our YouTube channel. We cut up some of those great catches from last year. Gain of 1, 3rd down and 9 coming up. They need the LaSalle 47 for a 1st down.
That'll be Mayo Howell's 54th yard on his 12th carry, courtesy of Brendan Olimpo.
Gain of a yard on the play, 3rd and 9.
It's a nice night for Mayo Howell.
At their own 44-yard line.
LaSalle, notoriously a strong defense led by John Steinmetz, the head coach of LaSalle. Certainly a defensive guy. That one intended for Denmark. Pretty good coverage by Kelby Hampton. He's being put on an island here today, but the physical corner doing a nice job.
You know, after giving up that 23-yard run to Howe, the Explorers really dug in there and did a good job to force a punt here in the first possession of the 2nd half.
And now there's guys not out there on the field, 9, maybe 10 guys at most out there. Now they get an extra lineman out there.
17th and Patterson, the punt for Roman Catholic.
And Patterson barely got that one off. It's a good kick, and again, Dolan this time lets it bounce once. A decent little return out to the 35. That's where LaSalle's offense will start.
I've seen Roman put Denmark back there to punt this year. In the Malvern game, he was strictly back there punting, and they kind of roll him out before he punts, and if there's an opportunity, he'll take off with it.
It's been all McSorley at the quarterback position here today. Tim Smith has not seen even one snap. He was the quarterback that got most of the snaps, at least in passing situations last week. Noel Henry has not even seen a snap. It's been all John McSorley, number 24, the junior fullback. McSorley gives to Sutter. Ed Sutter keeps those legs churning forward. That's 5 yards on 1st down in between the tackles.
12.
And another look. Good read there by McSorley on the RPO.
Yeah, some extra yardage there after contact. Always love to see that.
Gain of 5 on the play, 2nd down and 5 for the Explorers at their own 41-yard line.
Clock ticking, under 10 minutes and 10 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter. Here comes Ryan Sorge in motion. They'll throw it. That's a backwards pass, makes the catch, and only got about a yard or 2. Could have been a block in the back there against John Koch. Was not called, and the Roman Catholic linebacker had something to say to the official about it.
It's good to see the Explorers get Sorge involved there. You know, he's coming off a pretty decent junior year last year, and you know, due to the quarterbacks being nicked up and out of the lineup, he really hasn't gotten into the flow this year as a weapon for the Explorers. I'm thinking like he has hoped, and maybe they had hoped.
Third down and 4.
Third down and 4. They need past the 45 to about the 46 for the first down. And now Sorge comes racing across the line of scrimmage. Tiernan McNichol barking out instructions to him as he'll line up right on the edge. Under center, the give. And churning for a yard, maybe 2. That'll be well short. And I think LaSalle has to punt this football here. I know they'd love to go for this, Huck, but 4th and about 3, maybe 2.
Yeah, it's still early in the game. I don't think they should risk it here. Play field position. You get into the fourth quarter, you probably have a decision like that to make. But I think here's the right calls to punt. Maybe hope for a Roman mistake, knock them back, maybe a Roman penalty, and then hopefully can switch tilt the side of the field to their favor.
I agree. Still only a 12-point game. It's not that lopsided at all for the Explorers.
Denmark looms back there, and they're going to punt it towards the sideline. It takes a Roman Catholic hop, and LaSalle will down it at the 25-yard line. Time for America's favorite game, and that is Where You At? Let us know where you're watching the game from. I see you chuckling over there, Huck. You know the game. Let us know where you're watching the game from in the YouTube comments or on Twitter. Tag us at Bob Long Sports, and we'd ask humbly if you wouldn't mind subscribing to our channel, liking the video. If you like what we're doing and you want to see more high school athletics live streams, Bob Long Sports YouTube channel is the place to go. Let us know where you're watching the game from, and most importantly, please do subscribe. The give off the edge. That's a nice move. Might have been Robertson, number 3, potentially.
It was Robertson.
Right.
So you've seen him take a lot of snaps from center or from the shotgun. This time, Beals hands it off to him. Good gain of 6.
Yeah, Robertson entered the game, I think, with the second most yards in the Catholic League from the rushing the ball.
And a deflected ball at the line of scrimmage. Nice job. Might have been Kieran Campbell, number 91, getting a finger on that one. Brendan O'Connor was in the area as well. Yeah, it was O'Connor, number 87. Heck of a play by the defensive end for LaSalle. So now a big third down here, guys. Roman Catholic can have trouble punting the football at times. Could be an opportunity for LaSalle to change the game. They need to stop here. On a go route is Denmark coming back to the football, and Kelby Hampton is doing an admirable job, step for step, with no safety help.
I think he's doing a little bit better than admirable, Bob. He's doing, in this half alone, he's been involved in 3 or 4 attempts over there with Denmark on an island, and has acquitted himself really well.
Yeah, I was talking to Kelby today, even in school, and it's just coming in with that dog mentality. You're there to lock him up, like you said, Bob. Put him on an island, and he's done a fantastic job with this so far.
He's a physical corner as well, and I think Tyseer Denmark, you've seen him turn to the officials a couple of times, wanting a grab, wanting a pass interference. That's a great punt, and Dolan just kind of ran away from that one. It's going to take a Roman hop inside the 30 to about the 26, and a wonderful job by Patterson punting that football and pushing LaSalle way back. You start to wonder if LaSalle, the coaches, are telling him not to catch it in the air. See if it takes a good hop, because that's one that I think he had every opportunity to try to catch.
From this angle, it looked like he had a chance to catch that. Down on field level, I'm not sure if the...
Yeah, fair point.
Yeah.
This portion of today's game brought to you by Jim McLaughlin, Carrie Guerin Boyle of the Carrie Guerin Boyle team at Berkshire Hathaway Home Services, Fox and Roach Realtors. We appreciate their sponsorship of us. If you're looking to buy or sell your home, maybe you're looking for that Pocono Mountain home or that shore home, they can help you through that process or help you downside if that is the phase of life that you're in. Give them a call. You got the contact information below, and we appreciate their sponsorship of Bob Long Sports and high school athletics. A nice give up the gut and a good start for LaSalle. Gain of 5. And they've gotten that a couple times now, guys. Danny, they've been able to shorten the second down, make it second and manageable, open up the playbook, and you kind of need that. Going behind the sticks is not really much of an option. given some of the limitations they've had offensively with the injuries.
Yeah, you know, like you said, opening up the playbook, that's crucial for the Explorers here. I'd like to see some diversity here, especially in this drive. You know, you have some time on the clock here to maybe open up a methodical drive down this field.
Give is up the middle. McFadden pulled down in and around the helmet area. Daryl Dengoy points first down. It'll all depend on the spot.
So Dengoy on both sides of the ball here.
I'm not sure, but I know LaSalle had a first down in the first half on a penalty. I'm not sure if that's the first one they've had, you know, on their own doing.
I thought they had a couple, but candidly, I'm not the stats guy, Huck. You are.
Well, I might be making that up too.
So, you know, I think some of the expertise here from Steinmetz to have Dengoy play on this this outside, you know, defensive position is maybe to kind of shield off a lot of the pressure that they're giving this run game.
Right, yeah, a guy who plays every snap on defense now has the opportunity on offense. You're absolutely right. Big, strong guy, and good for him. A lot is being asked of him, Danny, and he's stepping up for his team.
We have an official timeout.
Timeout on the field for an injured player.
Looks like it's a cramping issue.
Yeah. Boy, you would think late August, early September for that, huh, Huck? This is it's getting a little nippy here tonight.
Yes, it is.
Right.
With 65 degrees during the day, and all of a sudden,
end of the second inning,
the beanies come out, the gloves, and the extra jackets.
Tomorrow's going to be really nice too, Bob. I think it's high 70, sunny all day.
Should be great. Playing golf tomorrow, which I'm looking forward to. This portion of today's game is brought to you by E&M Insurance in North Wales. E&M Insurance is a tremendous property and casualty insurance agency located, like I said, right in North Wales, run by Chris Marr, class of 1989. If you're looking to bundle your home and auto policy, really, even if you're happy with your insurance, how recently have you checked your rates and your policies? What are you covered for? Chris can help you with that process. Visit them at eandminsurance.com. That's eandminsurance.com. Visit them on Facebook. And again, just give them a shot. Tell them that Bob Long Sports sent you. You might just save some money and improve your coverage. 2nd down and 7, and Sean McFadden is having a nice third quarter here. Another look at this give up the middle, off the left side of that line, and he continues to find yards.
Yeah, LaSalle having some success here on this drive. You know, just kind of pounding the middle a little bit, grinding out 4 or 5 yards at a time. Need another 4 yards here to move the chains again.
What do you call here, guys? 3rd and 4. I don't know if this is 4 down territory. 5 minutes and ticking here in the third quarter.
3rd down and 4.
I think I would run to this side over here behind Darryl and take my chances with that.
It's a pistol look. McSorley in that pistol position receiving the snap. Sean McFadden is the deep back. And they do go to McFadden right off that edge, and there goes Sean McFadden. He's got one to beat. What a stiff arm. McFadden pulled down inside the 15, and what a huge play on 3rd down.
Oh, that was a hard run.
And look at McFadden go right there. You know, he was difference maker in that Wood game last week. Again, just absolutely letting loose there. Phenomenal rush. Down the line. LaSalle in the red zone here.
Okay, so now you got to punch it in here.
No doubt. Yeah, that was probably at about 30, 40 yards on that, 35, 40 yards on that run.
First and 10. And this is Sutter. Good move there by Ed Sutter. Still going. Look at Noel Henry getting involved, the wide receiver. They're going to mark him all the way back at the 9-yard line. That's a tough spot.
I think that was a premature whistle there. That pile was moving forward. I didn't see it stop at all.
Yeah, I mean, you could see on that replay there that side view official. Let's see if we can do this another time here. Well, look at that. They're not even starting to move in off the edge there.
Yeah.
And that pile still moves. Boy, that's a tough call if you're LaSalle.
Well, they're going to make up the yardage here, and I think there's a personal foul on Roman here. So they're going to half the distance from the 9-yard line. Should have the ball about the 4.5.
And here's an issue I always have. Well, it looks like that's going to be a first down, but on things like pass interference, which otherwise would be a 15-yard penalty, Huck, we talk about this all the time on this broadcast. It's a high school rule that needs to change. Look at this. It's 2nd and 1. That's a personal foul that does not result in an automatic first down. It's a high school specific rule. At the college level, at the pro level, it's an automatic first down. I think that's a bad rule.
I agree with you, and I'm not sure what the reasoning is behind it. I like to get get some intel on it.
And I don't think he's going to get it. Boy, it was close. Maybe
nice
he
spot
got
over
that
there.
half yard. Yeah, I think he got a good spot.
24, John McSorley.
Still haven't gotten the signal. It looks like they have the 3rd down marker up, and I think they moved that spot back too, because now it's sitting right at the 5.
Well, the far sideline guy came in a little further downfield, and I think he went with the guy over here on the near side.
Yes. Yeah. So now a big spot in this football game. Under 3 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. 3rd down and 1. Certainly 4-down territory for LaSalle. A field goal helps nothing.
McSorley's a strong kid. I just go straight ahead with him right here.
And they do go straight forward with him. He looks to have the push. He's still going.
Whistle's blown.
Whistle is blown at the 1. Boy, that is a tough call. Let's get another look here. I mean, you tell me when the forward progress stops here on this pile, guys. It's not there. It's not there.
Still
and
going.
He's in the end
still
zone.
going. He's just still going.
It's really not that hard of a call if you're just watching the pile. If the pile's moving forward, you let the play ride. I just do it again.
Yeah.
First down and goal. There they go. McSorley. Still no signal. Waiting for a signal. We have nothing. 2nd down. 2nd down and goal from inside the 1. Give Roman Catholic credit. They are making it tough on LaSalle.
It's really hard to get much closer than this, Bob.
Boy, look at that ball.
From here, it looks like the ball's touching the goal line.
Yeah.
There you go, Seamus. Look at that. Our guy, Seamus Morgan. Oh, my goodness.
The camera work there.
That is good
Impeccable.
camera work. Okay. Now a whistle. Boy, they know how to build suspense out there, don't they?
They do.
It is 2nd down. The ball is inside the 1-yard line. And now they're going to run the clock. 1 minute and 35 seconds. Clock is ticking here in the 3rd quarter. A game-changing drive here from LaSalle, started by a big-time run by Sean McFadden on 3rd and 4, which switched the field. It's McSorley. On the 2nd effort, touchdown. John McSorley burrowing his head. It's 12-6.
Yeah, LaSalle right there really willing their way into the end zone, whatever it takes to get that 6 on the board right there. It's a ball game.
1-score game with 1:14 left here in the 3rd quarter. LaSalle has to feel that, if you told them beforehand this is the spot they'd be in, I think they would take it.
One more look here. Sean McFadden makes the play of the drive. Spins him around and pushes his teammate McSorley into the end zone.
Nothing wrong with that, Bob, as long as you don't carry him in.
And that's a big extra point there.
Yeah, Andrew Park with authority there.
12-7 the score. Same final score as Roman Catholic beat Archbishop Wood.
Similar type game, too.
So now LaSalle an opportunity to get that defense out on the field with some momentum for the first time all night. We'll now tell you about our friends at Rams Pint House in Percy. The first and only rooftop bar in all of Bucks County. It overlooks beautiful Percy. My gosh, it's beautiful this time of year with the leaves and everything else. Joe Wade and his family do a wonderful job with that establishment. It's his newest establishment, and it might be his finest. It's a wonderful place. My wife and I will go up there for dinner. I've had business lunches up there, and I look forward to it every time I go out. Lots of beers on tap, lots of tremendous specials and happy hours and things of that nature, go visit Percy. If you haven't been there for a while, the town has made a lot of strides, and it's a wonderful place to go hang out with family or friends.
You know, Bob, every week I hear you read that, and I'm like, I got to get to this place.
I love it.
It's about an hour away, though, so.
Maybe it's worth the trip.
Look at that move. Ty Sear, Denmark.
Denmark on the return.
I think LaSalle got away with a block in the back earlier in the game, and I think there's one coming up right about here.
Yep.
A block in the back that wasn't called, and good starting field position for Roman Catholic.
Hey, Bob, you mentioned earlier that he narrowed his to his final 5. I didn't see that yet. You said it was Ohio State, Penn State. Do you know who the other 3 were?
Give me 3 minutes on that so I make sure I don't do them wrong there.
And Bob, looks like they found somebody blocking in the back because the
Okay.
ball's going back to the 10-yard line.
Yep.
Which is ideal for the Explorers right now.
I was confused if that was a flag or if that was a yellow hash on the field, but I guess that is debunked now. That is a flag, and ball's going back.
Solid use of debunk there, too, I will say.
Yeah, you know, one thing you were mentioning here today, Huck, you know, is the discipline of Roman. You know, they have 5 penalties, which have resulted in 52 yards of gain for LaSalle, which is definitely an interesting stat right there.
It is. Well, 5 into 52. Quick math tells me that's 10.4 per penalty, and so they're not little ones.
Yeah, math whiz in the booth, eh?
And a decent little run on first down, 2 yards.
On the carry.
What I do know for sure, Huck, is he announced that he was going to be announcing his commitment on November 24th, so right around Thanksgiving.
Wow.
Happy Thanksgiving to somebody.
Interesting.
52, Daryl Dingo on the tackle. Gain of 2 on the play.
Second down. Mayo Howell bounces off a tackler and runs right into Brendan O'Connor. Good job. Daryl Dangoy stuffed the middle. O'Connor had the edge. And all of a sudden, out of nowhere, this game has a different feel.
It does.
Roman's running personnel into the field here. I look like they want to get another play off before the quarter ends. We're down to 14 seconds. I don't know if I was them. I think I'd take it to the fourth quarter, reset themselves, and try to, you know, think this through.
Yeah, Rick Preach on the side there, kind of holding his hands up as to say, no more. And now it does hit triple zeros. 12-7. Roman Catholic leads LaSalle, but it'll be a 3rd and long to start the fourth quarter from inside the 10-yard line. Boy, we got ourselves a big-time football game going on right about now. This portion of today's game brought to you by CJO Design and Construction. Hey, if you're worried about getting to Percy, CJO Construction, they'll come to you. Don't worry about that. They do a great job with landscaping. They do a great job with hardscaping. They'll put a pool in for you. They'll redo your deck. For us, they helped us take down a lot of trees, and they're grading that area out. We're going to put some more grass in. And we got some other projects that we're going to be doing to make our backyard what we want it to be. There is no one else I'd trust on that project but Chad Ormond and the guys at CJO Design and Construction. Check out their website below, cjodesignandconstruction.com, and these guys do a tremendous job. So thanks to them for their sponsorship. And then Next Play Basketball. Next Play Basketball is an AAU basketball program for 4th to 12th graders, boys and girls, and Ryan Ansel and Matt Paul do a great job with their athletes, with their teams. They'll make you better at basketball. They'll make you a better teammate. They'll instill in you that next play attitude where it's always about not what happened, but what happened next and how you adjust to it. We appreciate them, their sponsorship of us. They've helped some LaSalle basketball players as well. Mike McKee has a great team, and we're looking forward to basketball broadcasting this year as well on Bob Long Sports. And really appreciate Next Play Basketball for their sponsorship, and truly all of our sponsors that allow us to come out there and do this, not behind a paywall, always for free, always available after the fact. And we can only do it because of folks like our sponsors. So if you like what we do and you like high school sports, support those that are supporting high school athletics.
I'm sensing something down the sideline here, Bob. Oh, no, a little inside handoff. Got to make a tackle here.
It's 3rd down and long, and that's going to be more than enough for LaSalle to get off the field. Jameer Robertson with a gain of maybe 5-7 yards. 4th down and 8, and now a huge punt. We'll harp on it a little bit. Again, some issues kicking the football for Roman Catholic over the years. Jason Patterson does a good job. Important to get this one off clean. And again, Jimmy Dolan, I think if you can find a way to come get this football, create some good field position, you maintain that momentum. Here we go. And Dolan does come up to get it. He dropped the football. He dropped the football. It's loose.
Oh, now this is going to be interesting here.
And Mekhi Johnson says it's LaSalle football pretty confidently, as does Sam Ross. And a good job by Dolan to come up with that football.
A lot of congestion in there. I think that's a play you got to make a fair catch, just secure the ball. Maybe catch a break with them running in you afterwards.
So all that aside, pretty good field position for the Explorers.
That's right.
And I don't know if I would change the script of what got them down there last time. Slow play them, keep them balanced, run the ball into the line, get 3, 4, 5 yards per pop, take some time off the clock. And
yeah, that last touchdown from LaSalle was willed, and, I'd love to see them do something similar like that again, like you said, Huck.
Sutter in the backfield. Also out there for LaSalle. On the edge, number 45, Colin Dunlap. Sorge is in motion, and Roman Catholic was ready for that. Heck of a play defensively.
Phenomenal defensive read there from Roman.
Tackle for a loss on the play.
Jordan Montgomery, number 15, in there on the stop.
Rufile was in there too to start. He slammed right into that A gap and was able to have him bounce.
11 minutes and 14 seconds to go. We got a good one here from Cardinal O'Hara High School. So LaSalle, they got the yardage to get into scoring position on a big run from Sean McFadden. Late in the 3rd quarter, that time he runs right into a wall of Kaleites. Got 3, back to that original line of scrimmage. It's 3rd down and 10.
On the carry for the LaSalle Explorers.
Well, if LaSalle has a play up their sleeve, this probably be a good time to pull it out. And, see if they can catch Roman napping here, maybe being a little over-aggressive.
3rd down and 11 for the Explorers at the Roman Catholic 44-yard line.
Sean McFadden has definitely been a name that's been called here from the booth, and courtesy of Brendan Limpo, he has 27 yards on 12 carries.
3rd down and 11, and a false start called against LaSalle. Gavin Muller, back it up 5 yards. Now, important here, Danny, to recognize, I know you'd love to get it all back right now, and maybe you can convert on 3rd and long. 10-13 left in the game. It's an eternity. Defense is playing well. Haven't given up a touchdown or really even much of a sustained drive since the first drive of the football game. If this results in you just handling the football and putting Remish out there to punt it and keeping it away from Denmark, that's not a loss for this LaSalle team either.
Yeah, I'd agree. I mean, it definitely is a predicament based off of this, 3rd and long play here from the Explorers, because, that is definitely a poke, to say the least, for the team in white here today. And I think that, like you said, if the defense is holding up, so if you can play that a little bit more conservatively, and not give up, what could be a catastrophic loss here, I think that would be considered a win, I think, in my book.
I don't know what's happening there. Not the sequence the Explorers want, losing 5 yards on a penalty, then having to burn a timeout afterwards. A timeout that they may need later on.
9:41 left here in this 4th quarter. Bob Long, Danny Rovey, and Huck Palmer. Huck, tell me what you're seeing across the league here. I mean, this game, very important, could set up a Roman versus St. Joe's Prep Red Division title play off, essentially a playoff game. Next week, last regular season game. What else are you seeing across the league?
Well, there's a lot of parity. There's some of the traditional teams are a little bit down this year. LaSalle's having an uneven season right now. Archbishop Wood had a lot of turmoil during the all season with the coaching staff leaving and whatnot, and lost some players, so they're not their usual selves. There's a lot of parity in the blue division. My senior Bonner's really kind of Bonner Prenny's is kind of leading the bunch of teams they have over there.
John McSorley holds on to the football gain of 3, and out comes the punt unit.
There will be some teams in this league that have a chance to make some noise in the state playoffs part of the season.
Tackle for Roman Catholic. Brings up 4th down. By Chester Denmark, back seat for the Taillights. Nick Remick, the punt for the Explorers.
Remish, his punt. That's a good-looking punt. Angled towards the sideline, but caught by Denmark. What a play. What a play in special teams by LaSalle.
Denmark on the carry, on the return.
And there was a hold there as well that wasn't called. That's an incredible special teams play.
Not sure if that was number 26, possibly.
That's what it looked like there, Huck, yeah.
Full extension
Terrence
tackle.
Hellier, sophomore defensive back for LaSalle. So another huge drive. Every one of them just amps up the importance as we tick down towards a conclusion. 9:04 to go. And Sam Ross gave up the edge there. Good move by Mayo Howell, but he was held on the way there. The laundry comes in, and I think they'll back them up 10 yards.
That's a spot foul, Bob, too. So if it's at the 9-yard line, you're going to be looking at going back to the 9 and a 9.5 inside the 10-yard line.
Yeah, I don't think that hold happened way back at the 9, though. They started at
the 19.
Yeah.
Got my 9s mixed up.
One defensive keystone here for the Explorers so far is none other than Kelby Hampton. He's had a lot of great hits today. He's really, he's limited the yardage that a lot of these wide receivers have gotten here for Roman.
And his job against against Tyseer Denmark from Hampton has been unbelievable. But he can get you on any one play. That's a great job. Hampton's going to pull him down, but a big gain got right near that line to gain. If it was a 1st and 21, they got 20. 2nd down and 1 coming up.
Yeah, I mean, all it takes is just a simple crossing route for Tyseer Denmark just to cut in right there and get the ball, and that's a couple extra yards right there after the contact.
8:18 to go. Roman Catholic certainly looking to score here, but also a long sustained drive. Maybe not as much of their MO, but that can work. Mayo Howell made McFadden miss, and that might have been enough for a 1st down. This is just a big play from Mayo Howell.
49, Michael Filippo on the
Look at that move right there. That's fantastic. And then puts his head down and gets past the 30. They have the 1st.
With the time on the clock here, Roman's running a really, really fast-paced offense.
There's the go route. It's caught. Del Jackson not going to get there. Roman Catholic takes the top off. Richard Mosley.
Richard Mosley.
Here's another look, and Del Jackson just beaten, and that has been there for a while. They just weren't able to connect. No safety help, and that's the difference.
Yeah, 69 yards, big play strike right here. Great job by him after the catch to cut back towards the middle of the field.
And could that one be the dagger with 7:33 to go in the 4th quarter? An important PAT here, guys, as well. Going from an 11-point lead to what would be a 12-point lead would make it a 2-touchdown game versus a touchdown, 2-point conversion, and a field goal to tie. Another high snap. That kick is up and good.
7 minutes, 33 seconds remaining 4th quarter. Roman Catholic 19, LaSalle 7.
12-point game with 7:33 to go. This portion of today's game brought to you by the Sparing Law Firm. If your business is fighting over a contract or is owed money, you'll quickly realize the legal system is confusing and stressful. Sparing Law Firm has years of experience aggressively helping businesses and business owners navigate the legal system so that they can focus on what they want most, living their lives and running their businesses. Call Sparing Law Firm today for your free consultation at 484-250-9058 or visit their website at sparinglegal.com. That's 484-250-9058 or sparinglegal.com. That's the Sparing Law Firm.
13, John Koch the fourth. Along with number 4, James Dolan back deep for the Explorers. Number 40, Chris Whittle. Kick off for the taillight.
And pooch kick. A nice job to just fall on that one.
LaSalle fields the Roman Catholic kickoff.
Colin Dunlap in there to recover that squibber.
The Explorer football, 1st and 10.
Pretty good field position, but again, now the question becomes, Danny, does LaSalle have the firepower to take the top off? You now need 2 scores, you need 2 touchdowns. You only have the 2 timeouts left. This drive has to yield some sort of successful result here for LaSalle.
Yeah, you know, I think on the last drive, I think the word of the day was consistency, composure. Now it's urgency, and LaSalle needs to get down the field extremely quick, get a score, and get that ball right back if they want any shot at pulling out this one against Roman.
Pistol look. Give is right up the gut, and a decent start there. Gain of 3 on 1st down. Looks like our guy A.J. Green, the aforementioned Instagram star, still here enjoying the game. Now, it doesn't look like, and God, old man question here, Danny, but it doesn't look like he's capturing his own video. So he's got a staff of people with him, and he's sort of the on-air personality.
That's right, yeah, of course. I mean, he's a huge personality, you know, across all social medias. And, you know, with that requires a whole team, you know, camera crew, promoters, all that.
LaSalle fortunate to get that handoff to Sutter, who did a nice job. It'll be 3rd down and 2. They need the 45-yard line for a 1st down.
Little bobble to snap there sometimes, you know, mixes up the flow of the play in your favor, and I think that's what happened on that one.
4 downs here for LaSalle without a shadow of a doubt if they don't get it here. There's a handoff and no forward momentum there. Ball is loose.
Roman says they got it.
Still looking for a call. And it looks like it's 4th down.
All right.
Yeah, that
so
ball
now
was,
it's 4th and 5.
That ball was fumbled right from the exchange, Bob. Popped right out of his, right down to the ground.
LaSalle very fortunate to get it back.
Very fortunate to fall on it there.
4th and 5. In many ways, this is the ball game here. Under 5 minutes and 35 seconds to play in the 4th quarter. 2 touchdown deficit for LaSalle. It's been John McSorley, the junior, all year long. He is in the pistol.
LaSalle needed some magic here.
Play action. They'll take the shot. Wide open. It's caught. And a late flag comes in the area of a legal lineman downfield. When the moment that ball is caught beyond the line of scrimmage, look at the left side of your screen. 2 of them downfield. That's an easy call for the officials. And that is what John Steinmetz and Bernard Abrams are not going to like. That is not a physical mistake. That is a mental mistake. Now again, anytime you're doing an RPO, there's a possibility those linemen, Huck, think it's a run, and so that's why they're heading downfield. That didn't look like an RPO. That looked like a called play action.
It did. And, you know, LaSalle hasn't thrown the ball much tonight, so maybe the LaSalle linemen were just in run mode, just from 3 quarters worth of running.
Yeah. It's really a crusher, though. You know,
that was a really nice throw.
It was phenomenal passing play right there. You know, McSorley was able to air it out, and that was a phenomenal grab there. It's just tough. It's those mental mistakes.
You could kind of sense that lineman as well. When he got out there, he's like, yeah, I'm the only one out here. I'm not supposed to be here.
All alone.
The body language was suggesting that.
Fourth down and 9. It's McSorley again. They need the first to stay in it. He scrambles, keeps his feet, fires down the field. It's wide open. Dolan. Jimmy Dolan to the 20. Jimmy Dolan will score.
Oh, my goodness.
And look at this. We got a ball game again.
LaSalle right there, literally exactly what they needed for the score. They got it. More points are on the board now. So this is still a ball game here.
You know, when the play was developing, I saw him down there standing wide open. I was wondering if McSorley was going to have an opportunity to get it to him because he almost got tripped up by Patterson as he rolled to the right. He stumbled slightly, but he regained his balance and threw a strike down there, and then it was right to the house for Dolan.
What a play. A gritty effort by McSorley. He started the year as the backup running back. And about 6 injuries later in that backfield, he's now your starting quarterback here today, just making plays with his will and his heart. Andrew Park puts the extra point through. It's 19-14, 4:57 to go. And a lot of time for LaSalle to get a stop and get the ball back.
You know, Bob, I didn't know LaSalle had a big play in him like that. And when the previous play got called back, which was a big play, it would have moved the chains, wouldn't have been a touchdown, but it would have been about 25 yards on the pass. Roman had a little bit of a breakdown on that play, and then a similar one on that one, leaving him wide open.
Ladies and gentlemen, going into the
that was 4th and 9.
Yeah.
And Danny, if that play doesn't go, we're looking at a completely different ball game.
Of course, you know, Brendan Limpo just told me that is McSorley's 68th passing yard of the day. So, you know, just to be able to get out there, air that one out, and, you know, get 7 points out of that is huge for the Explorers. And like you said, it's a whole another ball game here.
I got to tell you, you're saying 68 total yards?
Yep.
Most of them were on that play right there.
That's right. A strong number. It's great to see him throw the ball and have great things come as a result of that.
I mean, you're absolutely right, Danny. Let's see what they do here. A little pooch. Dangerous.
Oh,
big hit.
Here comes the boom.
What a play to hang on to the football. That is big time from Roman Catholic. And tremendous execution by the LaSalle special teams.
It was. They had an opportunity there. That's a ball that's got to be fair caught. And just take the ball and you know, to catch it or get down to a knee right away. You can't risk a fumble there. The kid did a great job of holding on to it.
Made it a little harder than it needed to be, though.
Kickoff is fielded by the KLH at the 37-yard line.
But back to McSorley there. I mean, a guy who didn't come into this season looking to throw the football much for this team.
Yep.
And he is avoiding would-be sacks by the leading tackler in the Philadelphia Catholic League. He's throwing on the run, stretching the field. It's a heck of a play. Now, Denmark pulled down from behind by number 2, Kelby Hampton. And they quickly get the ball respotted. They should be in no hurry as we get another look at the crossing pattern.
Moving very fast right now.
And now they'll slow it down. 4:35 and ticking. The clock stopped only momentarily for the first down and the chains to be reset. Now Beals, they'll try it again. One-on-one. Denmark comes back to the football. And my goodness, another great defensive play by Kelby Hampton.
He's had him on lock for most of the entire game here.
Yeah, I thought Roman was setting up that go route there with the last 2 times they threw to Denmark on the slant. And I thought they'd come back to the sideline route. I didn't know they'd do it on the next play.
Huck, what do you think of the play call here by Rick Preet? He's not a conservative guy by any measure. But throwing fades versus trying to take the time off the clock, LaSalle only has the 2 timeouts.
Yeah, they're running it here. So, I mean, you know, Robinson's a really strong inside runner. So is Hal. I would kind of lean on them right now.
Jameer Robertson on the carry.
LaSalle elects not to take the timeout. 3rd down and 9. 4:08 and ticking.
Now you might have to pass 3rd and 9.
At the Roman 49-yard line.
I suppose, unless you trust your defense. I don't know.
And they should trust that defense. It's a really good defense. They've had 1 or 2 breakdowns today, but overall they've been really strong.
Let's see. This is where the money's made right here.
That's right.
Beals.
Play.
Screen. It's caught, and there's a lot of room to the outside. First down and more. Pulled down at the 20-yard line, inside the 20 to about the 17. Eddie Figueroa makes one miss.
They're showing a lot of quickness there, getting outside. Great blocking up to out there by the other receivers for Roman.
And you know what? Maybe that's splitting the difference there, Huck, right? You know you're going to keep the clock moving with a pitch and catch screenplay. That's like a run. And you're getting your playmaker in space. Love the call by Rick Preet. Now Roman Catholic, it's Jameer Robertson. He gets out of bounds, ducks out of bounds with 3:32 on the clock. It'll stop there to the advantage of LaSalle. And now LaSalle, again, they got 2 timeouts remaining, 3:32.
7 on the play.
It's going to be really tough for Roman to end this football game. They can maneuver it down pretty close. But again, even a field goal here by Roman Catholic, LaSalle's in the football game down 8. So that's LaSalle's one directive. Keep him out of the end zone and get the ball back before triple zeros. Mayo Howell, he will not be denied. Touchdown. He gets his touchdown on senior night.
That's quite the answer by the Kaolites. They started this possession a little aggressive, and early on LaSalle had an opportunity to maybe with that 3rd and 9 play. Big play by Figueroa there. 2 good runs after that, and they're back in the end zone.
I agree. You know, courtesy of running the limpo here, that's 211 total passing yards from Roman. But I think an underrated aspect of their game is really the rushing. And you know, Mayo Howell has been fantastic this game, and he's really put on a show for us tonight.
Uh-oh. A.J. Green is being backed off the pylon there on the near side of the field by the official. Look at this.
That's getting a little bit too close.
It's that official there on the near side. Oh, beg your pardon there. There was botched play from the start. So as they're yelling at A.J. Green or whatever they were doing to him, they're running a play. Confusion abounds. But Roman Catholic does not convert. And so now, again, time becomes an issue, but a touchdown, a 2-point conversion, and then an onside kick trying to get a field goal to tie it, still within the realm of possibility for LaSalle. For a game that felt like a defensive struggle for a long time, both offenses have turned it up here in the second half. .3:24 to go here in the fourth quarter.
John Coach reports backseat for the Explorers.
Patterson will kick this one deep.
Jason Patterson to kick off for the Kaolites.
Danny, we talk about the goals of this Roman Catholic team wanting to win a state title. Of course, they'll bifurcate from LaSalle and from St. Joe's Prep as 6A teams. Yep. Roman will play as a 5A team as Sutter taken down. But that's the type of drive right there with adversity that a team like this, if they have that type of goal, they're going to need a drive or two like that in November, early December, and what a job they did.
Yeah, you know, I agree, and I think that, you know, for a lot of this, it's really about how you answer. And, you know, you have LaSalle right there, defining play, obviously straight to the end zone. And, you know, the game is brought back into contention. And, you know, if you're Rick Preet, you're trying to, you know, be conservative, yet also take some shots to the end zone to really put this one out of reach for the Explorers. And they did just that. You know, they exercised the playbook a little bit. You know, they brought the ball down. Obviously, that was a fantastic rush right there. You know, that brought him right into the end zone there from Howell. And I think that's exactly what Roman is looking to do, just answer to whatever LaSalle does.
Good job by Sean McFadden on first down, an 8-yard gain.
Sean McFadden on the carry for the Explorers.
Yeah, Roman's going to have some big games coming up here. Of course, they got St. Joe's Prep next week. I know they have that circled on their calendar. I think they really believe they can give the Hawks all they can handle. But I'm really forecasting and seeing that a game with Imhotep down the road is kind of likely.
Wood might have something to say about that, too.
No doubt. Can't underestimate the Vikings. Been there a lot.
McSorley kind of backs his way for a yard. 3rd down and 1. Time is not LaSalle's friend. This is 2:26 and ticking here in the 4th and final quarter.
They're on 46-yard line.
And it looks like they're going to sneak this one, if I can call this one out for us. McSorley getting pushed, and on the second effort has the 1st down. That clock should stop, and does momentarily. LaSalle would be well served to be up and ready to go. They should have a couple plays ready as McSorley started jogging to the sideline. Now comes back into the huddle. 1:58 and ticking. McSorley takes a shot to the sideline. Dolan brings it down, tries to get out of bounds. And did. Wow. I don't know if I buy that call, but fortunate there for LaSalle.
Helps the Explorers.
On the tackle by number 5, Sincere Denmark.
It's a really nice job. And now the clock is ticking.
Well, it was the 1st down. Said he stopped it on the 1st down.
Yeah, okay. Normally you would see that arm waving, I think. But there you go. Okay. So they did have what I thought was the right call on the field. So they had to burn it with the spike. 2nd down and 10 with $1:46 to go. Am I right, Huck? I mean, that guy would be winding his arm there. Granted, it's
on the catch. You'll see something. You'll see them wave it dead, and then but right afterwards, he'll give the signal to the head guy to let him know that once the ball is and the chains are moved, that they should restart the clock.
And now McSorley steps up, had a man wide open, but just didn't get the head turned around in time. 3rd down and 10, $1:40 to go. So it's getting to that point now where LaSalle, certainly they're going to need to score where and when they can, and are going to have to count on an onside kick if they get to that point. They're not in field goal range yet, but you've seen situations where if you get to a 4th and 10 in field goal range, where you might actually try that field goal. The statistical play would tell you to do that and then try to go get a touchdown. McSorley's got to get rid of it, though, and it's intercepted. It's going to be a pick 6. Roman Catholic seals it.
Interception for a Roman Catholic touchdown.
Another look. And no chance for the Explorers. A flag will come in and unsportsmanlike conduct for excessive celebration. But Jameer Diabara ends this one. Roman Catholic 31, LaSalle 14 with $1:26 to go.
Score's going to be a little bit more lopsided than the competitiveness in the game, what the competitiveness of the game was, at least in that 3rd quarter and the first half of the 4th quarter, where it became a 1-score game, and LaSalle really threw up a lot of fight there and had an opportunity, to stay close.
So Roman Catholic will go into the Philadelphia Catholic League's final week of the regular season unbeaten. Every expectation is that St. Joe's Prep will be as well. And I'll just throw this out there that we've made an inquiry. Game will be next Friday here at Cardinal O'Hara. LaSalle has a game on Saturday, so it does not conflict. We've made an inquiry with the relevant parties about that game next week, and if we can, we'd love to be here for it.
Flag on the play, encroachment penalty against the Explorers.
Bob Long Sports is always ready to go.
Versatile.
Appreciate that, Huck. Hey, these are big football games here. We try to support the league in every way we can. We love Philadelphia Catholic League football, basketball, really all the sports. And when there's a game that needs to be brought to the masses, we're happy to provide that service. More to come. We'll leave it at that. High snap, and no good. That was fortunate it wasn't blocked. Carson Wakefield got all the way through.
I'll be scrolling through Twitter the next 4 days to see that confirmation of the game being here, of Bob Long Sports being on that game next Friday night.
I appreciate that. Twitter, at Bob Long Sports is how you get in touch with us. And you know what? You can also just subscribe to our YouTube channel. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, and you'll get notifications when we add events or when we go live. Huck, I'll shoot you a note. You don't have to wait for the Twitter.
It's good to have a connection.
You know a guy. Well, hey, Huck, it has been a pleasure to have you on. You do an excellent job with all your work keeping statistics, and you have quite the penchant as a color analyst as well.
Well, I appreciate that, and I have a lot of fun doing this, and I love to be in this atmosphere and being around high school kids playing football and meaningful games. And I've always had a love of the Catholic League, and I've been fortunate enough to continue to do it as an adult and do a decent job of balancing things at home, and hopefully I can do it for a little while longer.
So we mentioned before letting us know where you're at. You can still do that, by the way. But, our man, Mr. Mike, says, Huck, what's going on? Mike D?
I could. I'm trying to think. Just Mike D?
D. Martellier. He's a fan of yours, if nothing else. Now, after that unsportsmanlike conduct, LaSalle will get good field position. Dolan across midfield. Shania Williams says, let's go Roman. Number 71 in particular. I know he's had a nice game. Raheem Refile. John Wise says, let's go Roman. Says Tyseer Denmark, the best player in the state. Tough to disagree with that. Sue says she's watching from Percy. Go Gavin Muller, number 23 from LaSalle. Rich Clare said, let's go LaSalle. Diane McCabe says LaSalle country. Shania said, let's go Roman. Appreciate all the folks that have checked in here this evening. That's Where You At, America's favorite game. Ed Sutter taken down after a gain of 4.
Number 12, Ed Sutter Jr. on the carry.
Maybe 3 on second spot.
I have to say, the LaSalle running backs are they're earning every yard they get in the middle of that line.
14, Brandon Mack on the tackle.
And a injured player on the field.
That's not good to see late. I mean, we pretty much had an injury-free game, and other than that one cramping issue, I believe. Hopefully this player's okay.
Yeah, we'll keep an eye on the training staff from Roman Catholic doing a great job taking care of the injured Cahillites. We'll tell you again about the big homecoming event at LaSalle next weekend. On October 29th, on campus in the Glazer Center. Barbecue and beers from 3 to 6 p.m. Then the LaSalle football game against Father Judge, also senior night at 6 p.m. It's homecoming weekend for LaSalle. Families and multiple generations of LaSallians will be there with cornhole as well as moon bounces for the future explorers. There are alumni games happening with lacrosse, basketball, and baseball opportunities prior to the barbecue. All information and registration can be done on the LaSalle School website. Look under the Alumni tab. And to give you some specifics on Mike McKee, he was nice enough to send this graphic to me. The Alumni weekend for LaSalle basketball. This full schedule of events is there below.
Down and 7 for the Explorers at the Roman Catholic 45-yard line.
Second down and 7. McSorley drops straight back. McSorley gets a big hit, thrown into traffic. And Noel Henry arguing for a flag does not come. Third down and 7.
That was Jaja Boyd who came off the field injured. One of my favorite names in the league.
That is really a great name.
Second, Nick, that should be third down and 7.
Looks like we have maybe a rough in the passer or something here or something after the play because that's 15 yards they just marked off.
Boy, if that was rough in the passer, again, I know we're late. You always want to protect the quarterbacks, particularly LaSalle is now on 4th string.
Yeah,
It did look clean from here. Unless that helmet got up high, officials got a much better viewpoint down there than we do.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that was it. Maybe it was something along the line.
First down and 10. McSorley has room to roll. Gets rid of it. Throws towards the corner. Jump ball. Incomplete. Intended for Ryan Sorge.
McSorley's pass is incomplete. Second down.
Another look here. Boy, McSorley does a good job of extending the play and allowing his receivers to get downfield.
He does, and does a great job of rolling out of the pocket there. Maybe using some of his running back experience there to maybe,
good strong throw, too.
Yeah, exactly. Elude some of the pressure and, put off a really strong throw.
39 seconds left. It's a nice showing from LaSalle here tonight. We talked about how beaten up this team is. They'll fall to 3-5. Roman Catholic moves to 7-1 on the year. The lone loss to Malvern Prep. But this LaSalle team, a team that didn't put up a point in regulation last week, came back, scored 14, have another shot here at the tail end of the game. A shot to the end zone, contact, lots of flags, 1 at the line of scrimmage and 2 in the end zone. So we'll see what the result of this one is. And that is probably going to be, if I caught the tail end of that replay, it might actually be another roughing the passer and then pass interference. This is the clear part. There's the pass interference.
And Bob, there's another flag on the between the hashes over there. I don't know if that's connected to this one right here.
Gonna have to start throwing hats soon.
Yeah, I mean, with half a minute left in the game, there's still a lot of flags to be had.
McSorley being walked off the field by Dave Crow, and that's the last thing you want to see if you're a LaSalle. That was absolutely a late hit after the play. The last thing LaSalle needs is another quarterback going down. Tim Smith comes back into the game. He took the majority of the snaps last week. And there's a lot to sort out. Here we go. White hat in the center of your screen. And there's your personal foul, roughing the passer against Roman Catholic. So LaSalle will get the ball inside the red zone at the 15. McSorley off the field. Tim Smith on for his first snaps of the night. And with 30 seconds left, LaSalle looking to tack 7 more on the board. And a botch snap. Smith able to pick it up. Had to fall to the ground to do so. And timeout called by LaSalle with 23 seconds left.
Yeah, tough situation there to come into the game this late, standing around all day and all game long. And the snap looked like it was not too bad. And maybe, he's just looking to make a play. Took his eyes off the ball at the last second there, and it slipped through.
We'll say one last time before the end of this one, we will be at Springfield High School on Saturday at 6 p.m. LaSalle against Father Judge. Those two teams will then turn around and play each other the next week. And the net team that wins that game will go play St. Joe's Prep in the District 12 semifinal.
Is that game the following week? Is that whoever wins? Is it a home field game? Like, so if Judge were to win a game, would you have to play that game at Ramp? Or if LaSalle wins, do they get to play at one of their fields?
Yeah, that's exactly right. Because again, regardless of what Father Judge does tonight, LaSalle was just the one Catholic League win. They won't get another one here tonight. So if Father Judge beats LaSalle, at least on the head-to-head tiebreaker, they would get the home field at that point. But as mentioned, we'll be there for that one on Saturday. We know that's where we'll be. We've made the inquiry about coming right back here next Friday for St. Joe's Prep Roman Catholic. We'll keep you apprised. Smith fires, and that's going to be intercepted. That's right to the Roman Catholic defender. And that's the easiest interception he'll see this year. Had to certainly look it in. Ball down at the 1 yard line with 15 seconds left. And again, you mentioned it, tough to come in cold. Perhaps some miscommunication between receiver's route and quarterback's idea of the route.
I'm not sure who got that, if it was 22 or 46.
We ask everyone to please stay off the field.
Danny, your takeaways on this one?
Yeah, I think that, like you said before, LaSalle put up a fantastic fight for what they had. I think that on the defensive side and offensive side of the ball, Dina Ngoye, Hampton both had phenomenal games. But, really throughout, really 3.5 quarters of play, even 4.5 quarters of play, or 3.5 quarters of play, my apologies. This team really put together a strong fight against such a stacked, Roman team on both sides of the ball. So for LaSalle, there's a lot of positives to take away here. Roman's a well put together team, and really, I wish nothing but the best to Rick Preet and the Kaolites as they continue their journey looking for a Red Division title.
A very excited Ty Sear, Denmark. Fist bumped with his guy, Rick Preet, who has done an excellent job with this Roman Catholic football program. They have a chance next week to win a Red Division title. And my, oh my, for a program with a ton of history, a team that has not been back to that threshold in quite a long time, that is a game worth seeing next weekend.
Athletic Director B.J. Hogan, Assistant Athletic Director.
Huck, your final thoughts on this one here tonight?
Well, LaSalle came in a little wounded, and they hung tough for a while, and Roman pulled out the win. But I'm looking ahead to next week with Roman and St. Joe's Prep, and I think Roman's going to have to play a cleaner game, be a little bit more organized, eliminate some of the penalties, get a little bit more flow offensively. They are really good when they're defensively. They're coming downhill at you, and it would be good to get Lyons back next week. Hopefully, he adds really another dimension to that defense. They have enough players to play with St. Joe's Prep. But the kids, the St. Joe's Prep and that staff and that team there have been a lot of big games recently, so they're well equipped to handle anything that Roman throws at them. So Roman's going to have to play a really good game, to hang around with them.
Want to thank Brendan Olimpo, Seamus, Morgan, Olimpo on stats, and Morgan on the camera. Huck Palmer, great to have you, buddy. Great to get you back with the headset on.
Thank you.
Danny, great to have you, my man.
Bob, always a pleasure. Thank you so much.
It really was a nice time here this evening. Appreciate everybody joining in. Congrats to Rick Preet and the Roman Catholic Kaolites. They have put themselves in a position to win a Catholic League Red title. Oh, what? Just a nationally ranked St. Joe's Prep team is in the way. But this is a team with a lot of confidence, a lot of star power, and a team that can take the top off just about anybody. Well, now turn your attention to the LaSalle sideline, as they always do. It's the alma mater. We'll play you out here tonight. Have a wonderful evening and weekend, everybody.